high as usual. Getting high as usual. Bam, there we go.
I'm vaping, bro.
We're good.
Blaze always
good.
faded, bro.
We're good.
Bro,
We're
I'm
good.
vaping.
We're Gucci.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Really?
I'm wearing this hat for like
Nice,
I'm wearing
yo.
this hat for like 5 minutes, and then I'm
Minutes?
stopping. And then I'm stopping. I'm having my just one. I'm an official Summons World streamer now because I officially have a hat. Okay, the hat's off. All right, there we go. All right, welcome to the Patch Notes podcast, hosted by your boy. I'm the Juggernaut. I have 2 guests today. We have the first guest to my left with the smooth 60 frame camera, flexing on people.
Oh my god.
We have Arios. Arios, say hi. Introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Hello guys, how are you?
If they're too
I'm
low,
a
let me know.
Summons War streamer myself, and kind of newer to the community, but I
Kind of
appreciate
newer
it.
to the community.
Hold
The lies,
hold on,
the
hold on.
lies, the cap. Where's my cap? Where's my cap for that cap?
I'm not too old
Where's my cap for that cap?
Yo, give him the cap.
If there's cap, if there's a cap, I'm playing the cap. I'm wearing the cap if I ever hear cap. I'm wearing the cap if I ever hear a cap. If I hear a cap, the cap is on. And I'll take it off when you're done capping. So are you done capping now? You done capping? Tell me when you're done capping.
Whatever Jack says, kind of newer to the community. and
Nah,
I'm
my
streaming
cap stayed
myself.
on again. My cap stayed on apparently. My cap is staying on apparently. Go ahead. So yeah, you kind of do what the
Can't
community.
please them all. Can't please them all.
Yeah, go. Yeah. So anything else you gotta say, Mr. Capper?
No, I'm just glad to be
Mr.
here today.
Cap.
All right, there we go. And below, we have Mr. Blaze Rage.
Yo,
Introduce yourself, Blaze Rage. Go ahead. Have fun.
I'm also fairly new.
Man, the cap stayed on apparently, man. I thought the cap was coming off. I took the cap off. I'm like, okay, we done with the cap for the day. We're done with the cap for the day. But apparently it's coming back on. All right, go ahead. So continue. Go
I've
ahead.
been playing for Summers War for 3 years and a half, and yeah, glad to be here, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Like I said, the first episode we did a Josephine hat. Never. That's never happening. All right, so the first episode of Patch Notes. So we're gonna get through it, and ideally, the funny part, the first episode of Patch Notes happens on the last day of RTA. So everybody knows RTA is very frustrating, and we all get annoyed by it. But we all have different experiences. So far, I'm gonna start with Ari. How was your experience at RTA this season? Is there something that you feel that's a little too out of hand, or how did you feel about your play? What could you have done better? Just overall, say your experience at RTA.
This season, actually, I had my best season at RTA. Got my first C3 finish. Yeah, ended around.
Nice.
Golf clap, golf clap.
If nothing else changes, I ended at 2% this season, so that was pretty good for me. I played pretty clean this year. A lot better than I did last year. My win percentage was higher as well. Played more matches as well, so that was good. I also got a couple new units to help me climb. We got Hathor this season. I also got my light pony. I think a week after or a week before Hathor.
Is he finally
so
skilled?
2 big pulls for me.
Are you using Light Pony in RTA?
Yeah, I actually am.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Cool.
I use it against like gaining Hathor comps, kind of heavy CCs.
You basically use it in a million spot.
Yeah,
Since what you
basically
do.
Amelia. But yeah, she's been pretty good. So with those 2 units, I climbed this season. I feel like I've been playing pretty clean, but still not as consistent because I don't have certain monsters in my monster box, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my comp does have a lot of gaps that can still be filled.
You got most of the stuff though, at least.
I still need some heavy stuff like some Chiwu Barbara. Another more
Barbara.
common immunity would be better, like a Vela or a Wusa.
Yeah. Oh, that is something you do need. You have no immunity at all. You have no.
I only
immunity.
have Fran. So.
Yeah, you only have Fran, and now, what's her name again? Eleanor. Eleanor. There we go. That name is such a grandma name, Eleanor. Like
I keep getting sometimes I get it mixed up with Eleanor all the time. So
it's such a grandma name. It's like what's that unit? Eleanor. It's like is she 70?
Bro, I want to Eleanor, not bad, really.
No, but yeah. Blaze, how was your experience this season? How do you feel about the current meta? Like, how do you feel?
My RT has been just okay, really. Finished Safe C2. Did clap some C3G1s in the process, so I'm kind of happy about that. And I knew like my account has some potential to push further. but you know, RNG, violent procs, etc.,
Typical
pushes
stuff.
me back. So,
The typical
but
stuff.
no, overall, I finished pretty good. I finished 64% win rate, so I'm kind of happy about that. That's the highest I ever had.
That's not bad at all, actually.
So I lost my 69 a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
How many
and
wings did you do?
120.
Oh, okay.
I started kind of late.
Yeah, gotcha.
Was it 120 you did, or like
Um,
is that minus the 30
How
I
many
did?
you did, Darius?
I did
Actually, I don't know how much I did. How much did I do?
728.
Bro, I don't want to
Oh my
look how
God.
much I did. I'm gonna cringe. Oh, 656. Not that bad, actually. Not that bad.
Yeah, I did 728.
How long
Actually, I did
120?
more last season than I did this season. Last season I did 981.
Dang.
That's a
The
lot.
most I've done in the season is only 230.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
but it's like okay, so like obviously, like well, from my experiences, yeah, it's like I still need. I would love a Sierra. I've been saying this for like goddamn I don't know how long. Sierra would be great because especially in the meta this season, which is like everybody had a Gianna, everybody had Sierra, Gianna, Chiwu, Savannah, X. That comp was legit, just
Gemini.
like or Gemini, like that comp was legit the
Everyone has
worst.
Gemini now, so they
Yeah,
can't
everybody
really
has Gemini,
complain.
so everybody has a good AoE strip, but that comp was by far the worst because, like, it's like Gatti Hathor, right? It's like Gatti Hathor and Vigor Bali. Like, it's like you want to be able to take one, and it's like it sucks when you can't take literally anybody from that comp besides Chiwu, and Chiwu doesn't really matter because Chiwu's replaceable. If you have Gianna, just replace him with Gemini. So like it'll be nice to be able to break those comps, but that and the fact that everybody has like pretty much every other Nat 5 under the Golden Sun and LD Nat 5 under the Golden Sun. So this season by far, in my opinion, was very rough as far as like trying to get to G1 and anything past that. Like I think like if you're G1 and up, I really feel like you probably have like either insane runes or insane monsters or both. So that's also a good thing. But
We're lucky.
or yeah, that's it. Or you're just proccing out of your mind. Like that's also a good thing as well. So do you feel like anything this season gave you guys a little bit too much trouble and should be considered a little too strong besides Beast Fighters? Or like do you think like is there anything you might change to make the meta just a little bit more easier for you so that way because we all have our troubles with RTA especially. And especially besides Violent Procs, I really feel like, because Violent Procs is something that will always be problematic. Is there anything like in the meta currently that you feel like is just hard taking over and may need to be nerfed or just looked at in the future?
Me personally, I might get backlash for it, but I still think Ganny's S2 needs to be able to be reset.
I agree.
There's been so many times that I go into a match and I outspeed. You outspeed Ganny Hathor. This guy's slow as whatever.
I feel like that's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I know. I just wanted to because like the minute you go in and you get your first reset, you can, you don't even want to reset the first turn.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to let it happen because Ganny's just gonna put it back up. And it's like when you start to break open certain matches, he gets one proc S3 and then S2's right. He just keeps going. He's just so oppressive because the skills it's like what 3-turn cooldown. It's
For
so,
Ventilate? Yes,
yeah,
it's 3 turns. It's 3 turns.
Yeah, it's so low and it's just like it's so powerful that you can't reset it. And I also feel like if they did do that, certain things like Sekhmet would probably be a lot more valuable too. Being have like double resetters like Sekhmet Oki or
I saw that a lot this season. Triple reset comps. Those comps were by far the worst. They were terrible.
Yeah. Do help if you're playing first turn.
Yeah.
Especially Oki moving front, and then I see a lot of this in RTA. It's Oki, strip, reset, Hathor sleep, then Gani moves, third skill, and game over.
And I know a lot of people are like, well, just ban one of that, but it's like when you start to push so high, it's like you have to sometimes you gotta let them both through.
Yeah.
When you're not able to counter pick and just take one for yourself, and then they go Ganny Hathor and then they come out with Arta Rag, Gianna, like Ganny Hathor is sometimes not the worst of the situation, so you have to be able to deal with that. But like I said, that's just my biggest opinion about it. Besides that, I didn't have too much trouble with like Barbara, Savannah stuff. I kind of figured out a comp to kind of go against speed comps pretty well since I have all the speed leads.
So
arena.
You're a 2-turn player then?
No, I'm a turn 1, but I can flex when I need to. But like a lot of times, like against those higher cleave comps, I started using like my Charlotte. She's really good against those. Good base speed. So
you started using Charlotte. How do you use Charlotte?
So like the typical Jack cleave, like the Garo, Bastet, Fireball, Sylph, Lucian,
Draco.
Usually they have to they make their the 2 boosters so fast that they can't usually have Lucian or not Tyron, but what's his name?
You talking about Draco?
No, the Wind Sylph. I totally forgot his name.
Shimmy, yeah. They make those 2 off will because they have to be speed tuned, and that's where you put Charlotte at. You ban the Fireball out, put Charlotte in there. Those 2 are off will. You attack bar, pushback, glancing, and you also push your team up, so it fills a little bit of a gap.
So that's interesting, just for like people that if they're trying to fight against, if they're trying to find ways to fight against cleave, that's a good option. If you have Charlotte in your box, and most people don't have a use for Charlotte, including myself and RTA. So it's just like if you have a Charlotte and you want to combat cleave, there you go. That's a good option.
Yeah, really good option. I took it from Faraz, just made it on Swift, and just it's amazing.
Yeah, pretty good. What about you, Blaze? Anything any better?
I don't believe much into Charlotte, really, in my opinion.
Charlotte's not bad.
Yeah, I know she's the bad, but she kind of like falls off. You know what I mean? Going to mid game into late game, for me. So I have a Charlotte, but I don't have it ruined. My comp is usually Chibu Hathor. But now recently, I'm first picking Sierra.
You should.
Because yes, you should. Because Sierra is not only Sierra, but mostly the Oracles. I think they're the best family out as of right now.
By far. In my opinion.
Because of the additional damage, man. Like you skilling 1, hitting 1.73 times is just.
I
you
think
cycle rotation, you do the damage, land another bomb, you know.
I think the Oracles right now are literally the best family by a mile, and it's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. Like all of them are very impressive.
So
all of them.
And that's
are
what you even talk about
ridiculously
Gianna, right? Every see.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what Gianna does, and
it's like even Lima, and Lima wasn't like even the buff to Lima wasn't that big of a deal, but I feel like and now especially because of the fact that you can build these units on like additional damage artifacts, and they can add damage to your comms, and they add support and utility and so much. Obviously, besides Sierra, because Sierra just pull damage, but the rest just, especially Praha now, which we'll get to later, like they offer so much to the team that it's just they're just busted, and they do really good damage. Like I'm watching SWC, and I'm watching Sierra's chunk for 6K every turn, and I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Why are they like it's ridiculous?
If you guys remember, there was a match of SWC Riki. She put defense break on the Sierra. Oh, sorry, defense break on the Fran. Sierra moved in front, and she hit for 3K each hit. Right, and then she gained attack bar. She turn cycled and hit the friend again, and the friend was dead. With just two
their first skill is busted.
What the that is just insanely
the
good.
fact that they don't Obviously, have to bomb now. It's just like she ain't even got a bomb. She just first skill you to death. It's just they're out of control.
She put the bomb in someone else, but. Like looking about Sierra skill 1 Fran on defense break, like how kind of stupid it became. It's just
it's out of control. No, I that's why I say like Praha, like even Praha was even talked about more because they're like, yo, like we can start using Praha because she had the same first skill, so that that, and on top of that, now, like I said, after the buff, Praha, I think Praha's gonna be in the middle next season, like 1000%.
I think Praha's gonna be very good, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually terrified of Praha. So I'm legit terrified of Praha next season. I'm not even joking.
I think Violent Revenge. Me personally, I think Violent Revenge is gonna be the best build.
Yeah. No,
just
for Praha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you care about despair just because now that's 100% on the sleep. You can just kind of use that as like CC, and if you have immunity on your team, she technically doesn't lose out on the turn, right?
Yeah.
So, and it makes it trickier when she's on violent too of when they can buff. Like you have to really choose about when you want to let your stuff go off, right?
Because I feel like. Go ahead.
I'm thinking more of Swift actually.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you're gonna see both. I feel like both would be good, but if
just because you do need your best violence sets on other units, Praha's not one of those units yet, in my opinion. So even like Swift Nemesis, Swift Despair, no, Swift Revenge,
Swift
just
Despair. Okay.
Swift Revenge for cycle turns with skill 1 and get the heals a lot, get the strip a lot, right? And she is a resistance league, so
yeah,
she, you know.
Swift Despair. What's your type of rules?
Yeah, Swift Despair.
Imagine, just imagine.
Speaking about the artifacts thing, I just recently got a artifact for my Sierra. Jug, you know how fast my Sierra is.
Yeah, like 270.
I got additional damage by 120%, and it increased her damage by 800 just on one side.
Bro, get artifacts out of here, man.
It's crazy.
I rolled an artifact that is 133% additional attack speed.
Yeah, like,
based on speed. Sorry.
It's like
it's yeah.
Like that's pretty much like the artifacts that I'm looking for like right now. It's pretty much just 10 lang artifacts and pretty much like additional damage artifacts. I feel like at first nobody could tell if additional damage artifacts were good. Then we found out they were good on multi hits, and then there was like, oh, oracles. Oracles. Yeah. That's why I say quick. Your predictions for who will be next season's RTA Guardian skin. I say oracles. Go.
I say oracles. This is actually why I'm so happy about this season. Now that I pushed C3, it's like I kind of know where my account is. I was really close to G1 this season, and like I already know if the oracles come out. If I don't get it, I'm gonna be bummed. But I'm 100%. How many places did you end up with going for it? I went to 17, 14. But during mid-season climb, I was about 15 points off of G1 at my highest.
Okay. Yeah, I was like 1 win from G1, and everybody. And then end of season was announced, and it just got immediately bad from that point. Everybody woke up. But that's literally just how RTA is. It's like once everybody wakes up, it's just like crazy. Your guess is Beast Riders? I don't think it'd be Beast Riders. I think they're too relevant. I think
definitely should be Oracles because the season is really Oracle meta.
Yeah.
But if it's not Oracles, it may be something.
I could low-key see ponies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also an option. Like I had two options. Like the first option was either Archangels or the other option was Oracles.
I was gonna say Archangels.
Yeah. I think Archangels are probably the top 3 of because like gonna be considered for like the Guardian scan. But I think Oracles, just because Oracles are stupidly popular, I just think there's gonna be like the next season thing. It just seems like it. It just seems overdue at this point. It just seems overdue. Like that's
be crazy, man.
If it's not that, I do also think we might be able to see monkeys. Monkeys have been making a pretty good entry in like the meta, not just RTA, but also Siege.
Oh, Zigz. I've seen a lot of Zigz towers.
Monkey, you know.
Yeah, Light Monkey is still.
Shout out to the Dark Monkey owners. He's actually pretty good. All right, so last night. It shook everybody to its core. Oh, did my shit? Oh no, they didn't close. Okay, it shook. Wait. You guys there? You guys there?
I'm here.
You know what's funny? Yeah, no, it's funny. Like, oh, there we go. We're good. For some reason, it just kind of went down. But we were shook last night by a balance patch. I was not expecting that at all. Legit at all. Nobody was expecting a balance patch, but we got one. I've been talking about it literally since 2 a.m. yesterday, and it's not stopped. Everybody's been talking about the balance patch. People hate it. People love it. We can start from the beginning into the end. Light Phoenix. The Light Phoenix one, how do you guys feel about it? Decrease the damage by 15%, which is I don't think the decreased damage needs to happen, but now it weakens the defense if you successfully remove the beneficial effects for 1 turn. Do you think this fixed the Light Phoenix problem?
No, now it weakens the defense for 1 turn, no conditions required.
Yeah, no conditions required. Like, how do you guys feel about that one?
Personally, I think the biggest issue, no one had a problem with any of the skills or the multipliers. The issue with this Phoenix is the base speed, which is a lot of everyone. So regardless of this buff, whether it's the best thing for the Phoenix right now or the worst thing, the issue of why people can't put it in their comps is because
it's the base speed.
It's even if you give it your best Swift set, sometimes a mediocre set on like, you know, your Barbara, anything else is just way better. So.
Yeah, that's my main problem.
It's too hard to tune.
Like I don't mind it, but the base speed is still a problem in my opinion. Oh, Blaze died. Blaze, there you go.
Nice.
Blaze.
What is wrong with this girl?
You just gotta die real quick. But yeah, we can hear you. You're good. How you feeling about it?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. The thing with Light Phoenix is you have to set up that unit, right? So when there's other units on the board, like Barbara, like Chibu, Gianna, like they don't depend on other people or other monsters. But Eludia, right? That's her name?
Yeah.
Eludia does need that setup, right? And it needs that attack buff too, most likely, if you can get it. That's why she's not highly picked in RTA or highly seen in RTA at all.
But let's also say this. Do you think she could be used anywhere else besides RTA?
For sure. Yeah.
Like,
I think you could definitely use it for sure outside of RTA, especially in what's that thing we do? Arena.
It's so.
I feel like you could definitely use it for like
It's like what's that other arena mode? Oh, arena.
Put the cap on, bro.
The cap. Where my cap at? Where the cap
I think you
at?
could definitely use it for like a show
Where'd I throw it at?
and something like that. So
Yo, I lost my cap. I gotta have the cap around for the cap, man. I gotta have the cap.
Where do you
have the cap.
capping already?
Where the
Another
cap
guy.
at?
Okay then.
Yo, oh, it's right here. I gotta put the cap on for the cap. There we go. So there's a lot of cap going on right now. So there we go.
But yeah, I think she could definitely be used for like some type of shield wheel turn to stuff.
No, honestly, I still think I don't think Eludia actually needed a buff. I think like the only buff Eludia really needs is just awaken it to speed.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally it.
I mean,
like,
if you're gonna do that, might as well change Oberon too. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that's
like,
look. Oberon wasn't in the patch, so we cannot talk about Oberon. Man.
You know, just saying.
Look, Ricky over here dominating in SWC with Oberon. Look, he ain't doing you no favors. He really ain't doing you no favors. He over here pooping on people.
Leading and the Oberon goes to 100% versus.
Hey, look, Ricky over here winning at SWC with Oberon. Again, he is doing you no favors. Oberon will never see a buff if Ricky continues dominating with Oberon.
He said he wants to change too.
No, I'm pretty sure he does, but then again, you go to SWC, and what is he doing? He's over here pooping on people. So it's like, Ricky, stop it. Like, lose hard, so that way he can get a buff. But then Ricky over here just put out Mi Ying and pooping on people. It's like, come on, like you're literally not doing anybody any favors.
You guys know he recently pulled another toy.
He did? Who'd he pull?
Yes, sir.
Who'd he pull?
Pulled the Dark Dragon.
The Groggy Boys.
Good.
Add him to the Groggy Boys, bro.
Yep.
Add him to the. I like how he keeps getting like those mid tier LD5s, but it's like it's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. All right, so we can move on to the Dark Phoenix. I still think the Dark Phoenix is still poop. We're gonna talk about that much. Basically, Dark Phoenix has got a defense break and brand on skill 3. It still doesn't attack all enemies. Oh, actually, that's Web Phoenix, excuse me. But yeah, it's just a brand and defense break. Jara's still pretty much PvE. I think we could agree to skip this one. Not that big of a deal.
I still think Rocky's better. Just the turn cycling on that too.
Oh, Rocky's insane. Rocky is insane. This buff, I'm still kind of like, what on? Is the Tashar buff. I'm confused on this buff. So Tashar now is basically his skill 3 is now a passive, and now it attacks all enemies with the Violent Storm once more after you attack the enemy on your turn. The cooldown time of Tempest will reset if the enemy dies from your attack. So it's weird. I think this is one thing we have to see in action, but Can we agree he was already good? He didn't need that.
Yeah. He was already.
Yeah, I guess it's their way of fixing his AI without fixing his AI because
I feel like it's more for the new players coming into the game that they do that.
Yeah, it looks very good for XP farming, but I also think it's kind of a nerf because it loses that the attack bar gain that it got. That was so good.
Oh yeah, because that was good too. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
it could be, but now he hits 2 times, right? You skill 1 into skill 3, and then if you kill with skill 3, it resets. So next turn you skill 2 into skill 3. So it's kind of.
I think it's really good for XP farming.
I just didn't think he needed it. Like I think he was already fine, but I guess it's. I think it's probably it's a way to fix his AI without fixing his AI. It's like okay, he would never do skill 3. Now no matter what, he's gonna do it. Like he's gonna do skill 3 all the time.
I mean,
I feel like they need to fix the AI though.
Like, couldn't we just fix AI?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
they need to fix AI everywhere though. It's not
like the AI could have just gotta fix it. We could have just been done with this. It's like just have a skill 3 if it's up. Boom. This is like Epic 7 in a nutshell. Epic 7, if their skill 3 is up, they're gonna use it. Like, or they'll skill 2 with the skill 3, depending on how they're coded. It's just it's weird.
The AI needs to be fixed in the whole
a
game.
lot of stuff. That's one thing people can't bring it up. It's like, oh, no AI fixes, but it's like to me this is kind of weird. I just didn't think he needed it. It's like, is it a cool buff? Yeah. Is it a need a buff?
Yeah.
Sure. Like,
so.
Like we'll take it. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Big one.
Still usable.
Big one. Shout outs to Joed. Light Emperor. Light Emperor.
My gosh.
Yeah. This ain't nah.
This one's like kind of confusing to me.
Yeah, if an ally is attacked...
This doesn't change anything, really, on Guild.
No, it really doesn't. Chishu's still better than him, which is sad. If an ally is attacked, uses one of your dollars to recover the attack target's HP by 20% of the attack target's max HP. If you have $5, recovers the attack target's HP by 50% of the attack target's max HP. Again, Chishu's heal is still better. This is... What does he need? Because obviously he's a healer, and he has a speed lead. What does he need to actually? Because if we give him a full heal, he's still bad. Let's be real. If it was like $5 full heal, he's still it's better, but he's still like. I
kind of wanna give him the Molly treatment, a little bit. I kind of wanna say if you hit the Lightning Emperor or any. Mainly, sorry, and the Lightning Emperor, he gains 1. What is this called? The stack?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. He gains 1 knowledge, and if he can use that knowledge right away to heal another unit, if he gets hit, I think that will be maybe game changer. I don't know what you guys think.
I just honestly right now I just think they have him in a weird spot of what they want to do because like if you look at his kit, to gain knowledge, it's the same as Bulwark, right? So you have to kind of pair him with. Pair him with other stuff that like gains, but it's like in that same situation, you just use Bulwark. And Bulwark's accessible, and I'm pretty sure Bulwark. We don't really care about speed. If I'm not wrong, Bulwark has an HP lead or something.
Bulwark has an HP lead in Guild Wars. Yes, 44%.
Yeah, Guild Wars.
Yeah, so like in those type of comps, HP lead's definitely better than speed lead. Like you know what I mean?
And like even though he has a speed lead, it's just like. He's not doing damage. All he's doing
he's
is
not
healing.
A nuke or anything. So
and it's like
that's why I want to give it the most.
And it's like you said. It's like Bulwark is basically both. He's kind of a nuker healer. Like that's so. It's like
have the sustain with the better leader skill. So.
Yeah. So it's like why? It's like why would it's like Contours has to decide. It's like why would I use
change the whole thing?
Yeah. No. Honestly, he needs a full rework. He needs a full rework. Because it's again, you could give this guy, you give him 100% heal. It's still would not make him.
I was thinking is what if you give him the Ophelia treatment as well?
What do you mean?
Put him in threat state. Their skill puts threat state.
Actually.
And then when he gets hit, he gains 1 knowledge, and then he just heals the team, just like a Molly, right?
Actually, that doesn't sound too bad.
I'm just opening.
That could be interesting.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Just because, like, he's an LD Nat 5, right?
Yeah.
You gotta give him something.
Yeah. No, I agree.
If Bulwark nukes and heals your team with 5 stacks, and Odin ignores defense with 5 stacks and revives, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like the light one is kind of, yeah.
He just pooped.
Yeah, I think they do need a rework, but I do like the that side idea.
Yeah, no, the rest of the idea is actually pretty good. That sounds interesting because he's an LD5. He has to have that LD5 signature power, right? And I think that's what the Guiltnir owners want. They want, like, he's an LD5. Like, he needs that LD5 power
too, because this is kind of a bruiser meta comp too.
Yeah, exactly.
So build him kind of tanky, heal away, threat state. You know.
Yeah, a lot of.
Who you killing?
Quick question, because I said this last night on my stream. Should we just nuke the meta entirely, just to have something new?
What do you mean by that?
Like, should we just, like, would you be mad if they nerfed, like, Hawthorne, Ganny, Oki, and Beast Riders just so we can have something different in the meta?
Look, as long as they don't touch the Aaron with it.
Nah. We got, like, nah. Okay, my bad. Okay, so let's nerf Oracles. Let's nerf Hawthorne. Let's nerf Sekhmet. I mean, Seth is already nerfed. Doesn't matter. Let's nerf.
I mean, I see
Dragon
what you're
Knights.
saying.
Nerf everything. And just start from scratch.
I see what you're saying, but even if we did that, right? Hear me out. Even if we did that, we started from like scratch, apparently, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's still just some monsters.
They're just way too good.
That are just not going to be able to compete even in that that area, right? So it's not like, oh, you nerfed, Oki, Yang, Hathor, Sierra, Oracles, Beast Riders, that like now Chloe is, a top tier unit or something.
Which would be interesting, actually, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, there's still stuff like, you got the Ileanas, you got
Ileana would still be busted as hell.
Yeah, you got a lot of other stuff that still outshines. I mean, I just don't think that makes much of a difference. If anything, it might help something like Fire Monkey. Like, I still think Fire Monkey is better now, but it's just like,
I think he's in a good spot, but he's like one of those units that it's like he's good, but he needs that one more thing.
Yeah, he needs that.
He needs that one more thing. Yeah.
I feel like sometimes he's very consistent, and other days he's just like he lets you down. But like, I see what you're saying though. I do think there needs to be some meta changes. Like I said, so far for me, I think I'm still on the Ganny S2. Like Jemire, his isn't resettable and his is AoE. Like that's the only thing Jemire kind of brings to the table. I really like.
And his base speed is super high.
Yeah, and his base speed is super high, and I just don't think that like, I don't know. That's just me personally. I know like a lot of people might not agree with that, but that S2 needs some type of fixing. I know a lot of people are like, well, we touched Ganny like 18 times already, but it's like, if something still needs to be fixed, something still needs to be fixed.
Exactly.
I want to say that if, let's say what Jug says happens, it's just gonna still be a bruiser meta team anyways.
True.
Yeah.
It's just new bruisers. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
So there's not really much a change.
Because
if you do nerf those units, a lot of the LDs become really, really strong. Then.
Yeah. Because I was talking to the Map Plus games yesterday, and I said the bigger problem with RTA right now is everything hurts a lot. Like everything. Everything hurts a lot. So if you, like, we have people like Nelly who is like, Nelly doesn't have the speed. So if you're turn 2, you know what's going to happen? You're probably going to lose a unit. Because Sierra is just too good with attack buff. Beast Riders are... I can't tell you how many times a Barber has skill 3'd into skill 2'd and my unit is gone. It's just sent straight to the Shadow Realm. So this and I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Savannah do skill 3 to skill 2, dead. Like, there's way too many units that skill 3, Violet Parker to skill 2, and it's just like, I guess I'll just hit this cog at the bottom left. Like, it's nuts. That's
the beauty of Violent, man.
Yeah, it's the beauty of Violent, but it's I think Violent wouldn't be as complained about if these things weren't so impactful. Like, just the fact that a Beast Rider can literally just do a turn, Violet proc, do a turn, and it's just a 3/4 instantly. Well, meanwhile, Daphnis has a condition where he just has to strip. And then Beast Rider is like, I don't care if I strip or not. I'm still going to do big damage. So, it's just everything hurts a lot. And that's the main thing with RTA right now. Like, everything, especially with artifacts, hurts a lot. So
and everything's hurting a lot more.
It's like, and we have, like, Freya in the meta. We have Bastet, sorta, kinda, somewhat in the meta. And everything just hurts. So, too many defense breakers. Vigor being extremely popular. 3-turn defense break is insane. 2-turn was fine. 3-turn is like...
You know who counters that Vigor? Sierra.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And Sierra is legit. Okay, so top three units this season.
Look, come to us. Don't listen. Like, don't nerf her. Okay.
Top three units. No, Sierra probably gonna see something.
But honestly, like, I know she's really good, but like, she's pretty manageable.
No, she is. I agree with that. She's not to the point where it's just like, oh my god, please, like, get this unit a nerf. But I think she's exceptionally strong. I think she's exceptionally strong.
Itself is good, but then you give her violent, and it's just like
put her.
And then you give her artifacts.
Put her back to how she launched, where she did it. She didn't get an additional turn after she bombed. Put her back to that. I'll be Gucci. Put her back to that. Stop. So now she has to be on Vio. No other stat.
Because sometimes you need that bomb to go off to keep that Velojo or something from cleansing.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, man. Put her back.
Stop. You're giving them ideas.
I don't own her, so I don't care. They can do whatever she
wants. You're gonna get her the day before she gets the nerf, and you're like, oh my god.
I should have kept my mouth shut. I should have kept my mouth shut. All right, so back to the past though. But vampire, dark. Who cares? Is that vampire bat? That's vampire bat. Oh no.
Skill 1.
Yeah, skill 1
has a better chance to strip.
Yeah, actually that's what's his face?
Cadiz.
There we go. Cadiz is actually pretty good. Cadiz actually not
he was already pretty good once these new dungeons came out, but now he's like even better.
Now he's like if you have him, you're probably using him in Steel.
Let's say
literally everything.
Literally everything. That's it. Oh, Dragons is pretty good now.
Cadiz a lot before Beast Raiders. Like I faced a couple before Beast Raiders were a thing, and now obviously Beast Raiders took over. But now with this, like it's putting him in a better spot than he used to be, but not as good as the Beast Rider. So
the Beast Rider again.
Yeah, I think they're really focused on him being PvE oriented. It seems like a lot of the vampires are kind of getting that way,
which is fine.
Something like that, yeah. But he
besides Julian though. Besides Julian, I think Julian is like
besides
Julian, kind of underrated in my opinion. That's just me personally. I feel like
the thing about Julian is because I played on Paz's account. She has Julian. He's like protect the president comp.
No, he really is.
Which is
I like that type of stuff though. Yeah.
Wait, who is Julian?
It's like
Jess.
You
Jess
put
has Julian.
3 other units around it that like support him solely.
Yeah.
No, who has him?
Jess. Jess has him. Underground has
him.
Yeah. But I think that's cool. Me personally, that's a cool little thing. It's like protect the president, like you said. Like he does so much damage, and you can't kill him first. So it's just like. It's in my opinion, that's pretty cool. I like the Julian as well. Nice, but I think that's pretty cool. It's a cool way to play, in my opinion. All right, so
Julian's really nice though, but it's just like once it comes down to like 3 or 2 units, and you can just focus him down, he just brings that other unit down because you just go to the Julian instead.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he still hurts like hell.
I think you get a pair up well with Julian.
Like, he
one shot. You have to 2-shot a unit.
Yeah. He requires really good runes. Like that too, because it's like he got to be fast. He has to hit hard. He has to have a little bit of
either you set him up with defense break, or you have him along going after him, or
yeah.
Like
he's not bad. I really feel like he's underrated. All right, so the Camp Baller buff, Dark Hell Lady. This buff is, in my opinion, insane. I don't know why she does this now, but. Who cares? Yeah, my bad. Nelly the God. I'm just kidding. All people have Cracker. You have Cracker, don't you? Wait, you have Cracker, don't you? Yeah, you have Cracker.
So you see,
you have.
If you guys are listening to this, also there's another person that I won't say just in case he picks it. There's another person in this WC that also has Cracker and Make It a Bud, but Make It a Bud doesn't.
Wait, but that's Cracker. He does. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
yeah. I didn't know that.
Chris has a Cracker.
I didn't know
Cracker
that.
Now,
Cracker revives all dead allies with 30% HP. All skills are available to use. This skill is insane. In addition, it makes the revive allies invisible for 1 turn. The cooldown time of this skill is increased by 1 turn per revived ally. Again, that's still insane, but she cycles like a god. So basically, she's Vio, high crit rate, the good stats. And she's just insane. Pair her with Ganymede, Jesus Christ.
I'm personally not a fan of this this buff. The only reason for RTA, I think for Tartarus and stuff, she's really cool now, like amazing.
I think for RTA, this buff is still interesting though.
But the only reason I say this is because if I'm not wrong, when you revive these allies, they don't have the same attack bar, right? They just start flat, right?
I think they start flat, yes.
So with how much strippers and Barbara, Savannah, you know, it's like you're kind of bringing back a dead unit at times.
Yeah, that's why I think it's like it's a good buff. It's not like I think it's insane because it could potentially really be insane. But it's like it depends on who's on the field, right?
Yeah,
because it's like if
it
you
depends who you're drafting against.
Because like in Cleve, let's say somehow this unit survives.
Anti-cleave, this is amazing.
Like
anti-cleave, mainly, I think you just want to ban that unit.
Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah.
I really think you have to.
I mean, you know, Ganny's Ganny, but like Ganny her.
Unless
that's what I'm saying. Ganny her is busted.
Tanky, Kraka, but let's say you have a Mephisto on the other side, then.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. It's very situational because I think Kraka will pretty much always be a 4 or 5 pick because I don't think there's no way you like 1, 2, 3 Kraka. Yeah. That's like why would you ever?
Especially in there's so many resets in the game that you can just use that and you know.
That's what I said. Like you have to pick her where it's like she's like a Rika pick. Literally, it's just like throw it out there. If you let this in, it could potentially be like game breaking, insane. If you ban it. You may want to ban it. Like you got to really think about letting this unit in my opinion.
How do you think you guys would ruin her? So like going off of that, do you think you would ruin her specifically for your anti-cleave and just go like double Nemesis Will or something like Super Chain? Or do you think you would try to actually use her in like a more normal comp on like Violent?
I think if you are using her normally, I would do Violent Will, speed, crit rate, or crit damage HP, and try to get her beefy. Try to get her really beefy, like when she can take some hits.
I wouldn't put crit damage on her.
I think I would go crit rate.
So. I would put crit rate.
No, I only say crit damage. You can get the crit rate, but obviously, go for the crit rate. I just think potentially, like this buff is probably just like, ugh. Like this could be like one of those things where if it happens against you, you're just like, I guess I lose, depending on like what's happening on your side as well.
Yeah, but the biggest thing about this still is it's only invincibility, it's not immunity. So keep in mind, like Oki, Hathor, all the normals are still in play.
Please don't give her.
And, like Sierra bomb, Gianna bombs, you plant it on that one unit after they do their first turn. It's
the funny part is, down. I think.
But I don't know if the invincibility is still a good thing, just because there's still beast rares out there, and with their skill too.
Yeah.
Like some of them strip.
That's why I'm more saying that's why I say she's a 4 or 5, because it's like if the comp you're facing has heavy strip, don't pick Kraken.
Yeah.
Don't even look at her. Like she's good, but I feel like if the team is like, let's say like Mollog or Bruiser type of comps where it's like either like it's not a lot of strip at all, she's like,
yeah, she's good.
She's really good. Like
I would have liked to see it do like the targeted ally gets immunity as well. So
that would be good too.
Like, yeah, because I feel like if you could protect like a Triana or something for that extra stall, right? Because you got like, let's say Triana's passive still up. You revive it, Kraka. You put it on Triana. She can't get stripped, and then maybe she protects one of those other 2 units from getting nuked down.
And then you get a heal. Yeah.
So.
Like I said, like it's a lot going on with that skill. I think that's is busted.
I think she'll do way much better with Vanessa though than Triana.
Yeah, you probably will. You probably use
once you proc Triana's passive, the Kraka dies. Yeah, once Kraka dies after Triana passive, then she becomes a useless unit.
Yeah,
I'm just saying for whatever, like some other way to like protect. But yeah, I like it. I think you're seeing a lot of this in like I said, Tartarus now, because this is like a
Oh yeah, for Tartarus it's free. Yeah,
for
Tartarus it's free. It's like you could literally use her as your sole reviver, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
pretty auto now with
you're
her.
just hard chilling. The problem is he does strip, so he can also strip that invincibility too. But it's still not bad. So you could probably like have more damage in your Tartarus team, but you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So next one is Win Hell Lady.
Oh my god.
I don't know why Contours touched this unit again.
Dude, they gave her
For
the
the
shield
million
treatment,
time?
bro.
Bro.
The shield treatment.
No, they gave her the wound set treatment.
No. I call it the occult girl treatment because every occult girl buff is 1000%. Why? Like I felt it's like when Charlotte got buffed. It's like the past buff was like, okay, this is cool. I like this Charlotte buff. Cool. Then they buff her again, and you're just like, why are we buffing Charlotte still? I don't
know.
Are we trying to achieve something here? Like what exactly is happening? Like that and Rika too. It's like, oh, instead of Rika doing 2 dots, she now does 3 dots, and it's like, why are we buffing Rika? The NFL, that was a 3 turn. It's like, why are we buffing these occult girls? They're good. They're fine.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that buff on.
But yeah, I think the F the buff. I think we all can agree the F the buff is Jesus Christ. Why?
She was pretty good. Like sometimes when they do these buffs, I feel like they think because like a meta unit, right? She was a meta unit like what 3-4 seasons ago. Like really high heavy meta.
She's still kind of in the meta, but not as heavy. Not as heavy. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying like she had like her time, right? Where like, she was like picked a lot.
Yeah.
But like I feel like same with like Shia, like after that season he fell off when like Tyrannus and stuff are like introduced. Like they think of it as like that unit sucks now, but it's not that he sucks. It's just that you guys put like these really
other OP units,
other good units that like can easily deal with like she like Tyrannus, Abelli, like you know what I mean. It's not so much that they suck. It's that you put something that hard counters it that you know you can't really pick it as freely as before.
Yeah, exactly. But that buff, she.
No matter what you say,
you know those type of buffs that they do that are unnecessary. Like those are.
Yeah,
this
is
one perfect example.
Now it's like before. It's like now, like before. I feel like this season it was like, oh, okay, you know, we have Despair after or Violet after. Both are pretty good. Bio. Only Vio. Like this is a Vio unit now.
If you don't have a good Vio set, it has to be Despair. But Vio, I think I would really Vio.
Oh,
okay, hear me out. I still like Swift, kinda.
No, so
for
fine.
like the Barbara teams, like you know what I mean.
Her base speed is insane. Her base speed is 119.
Yeah, so like for like the Barbara, Gianna type teams, like if you're higher and you can kind of like because when you're higher, everyone knows everyone up there. Like
yeah, exactly.
There's no stuff. So like I feel like if you could use her to like capture into like Barbara and like stun it or like Gianna's and stuff like that because of her base speed, like she's really really good. You can kind of take a first turn away.
Why did
so but yeah, I do for the most part think you're gonna see a lot of Violet now. Like this is insane. Fran comms Vigor, you're gonna see her against Vigor, Fran.
Why did she
like she's just there now.
Why is she
everywhere, dude?
Why is she yoiking buffs?
Now her whole kit is almost complete. Like
no, she's. I think
beyond complete.
I think if anything, from what from this buff, these patch notes, I really think this kind of buffing Chiwu. I think Chiwu is like even more stronger now. Like people are gonna fight over Chiwu like crazy now. Like you gonna see
think that?
Because I think a lot of the units that were buffed this patch pair really well with Chiwu. Like,
okay, yeah, like like we're gonna. I know which one you're talking about.
Like that one too. We gonna get to that one.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
We gonna get to that one. All right, so.
But no, Ethna is just gonna be stupidly crazy.
No, Ethna's gonna be a problem. This will be like when I look at this patch, like everything's gonna be a problem. Like that's
that's definitely
I'm
really
saying that. I'm saying that a lot. All right, so.
Yeah, Ethna even counters Kraken now. You still the invincibility buff.
Yep.
The unit only heals 30% and he's gonna die and probably stun. If not dying, stun.
Yeah, because you're what is it below 50% for sure stun. So it's like
it's just
He counters and
now we're about to give Ethna free invincibility. Again, I just
And she
this-
steals it and puts it on herself.
this
like,
buff
what
is
the
just
fuck?
like-
The pump thing now is she's complete. Like
this
next
buff
patch
is
you're gonna
just
see giving attack by fucking 100% to the whole team.
this,
man.
like that's almost like, they're gonna give her like the El Sharia buff where she steals the buff and it's gonna apply to literally
Apply to the whole
the
team.
team. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this, I read this. I was like, huh? Like why are we
I think
doing
she's good.
this?
I think she's definitely good though.
Why are we doing this?
I think you can still counter Etna, even though she gets most likely first turn. Just gotta aim for a different unit.
You know
Yeah.
what unit you gotta use?
Who?
Probably Raider.
Interest.
There you go.
Mm,
Answers buff this. I'm just kidding. No, that's not buff answers. He's okay. All right. So the one I was probably most excited about, Water Oracle. Her sleep now is 100%. Thank you. This buff was 1000% needed. I was excited for this buff when it was first announced, but the
Was it
sleep was
really?
super. I was.
It was 100% needed. I think it needed to be. It was 50% before. I thought at least 75%.
No, 100.
I don't know if 100 was needed,
No,
but
needed.
it definitely needed a little bit of
Needed.
something.
Yeah, I
It
thought
was
at least.
Like, I agree. I agree with
needed.
Ariel saying 75,
It was needed.
right?
It was needed. It was
But
needed.
100 it's kind of a little bit too generous. You know what I mean? Like,
No, we gotta be generous.
yeah,
We gotta
I-
fight
I
these
see what
LDs, bro. We gotta fight these
I mean,
LDs.
we have Hatter skill 3.
Nah, we gotta-
It only pushes 30% back on the other units.
We gotta fight.
right?
We gotta fight these LDs, man.
There you go.
We gotta take down
yeah.
these ragdolls. We gotta
It's
take
just
down
facts,
these
bro.
Yadas.
It's just facts.
Like Praha gotta show her dominance in this meta, man. She been out of the game
And not to mention,
for 14
Praha is a
seasons.
Oracle. There you go.
Yeah, Oracle. So she also benefits from the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think this buff was just like, it puts her into at least like A plus, potentially S tier.
Yeah, I saw
I would probably put her A plus.
Like it's imagine a skill 2 into a skill 3, just for the fuck of it.
It's so
just for the fuck of it, and she can rotate too. It's like Praha and Vio is probably just dumb now. Oh my
I
lord.
don't know if I'll put her in Violent though. I just 6-star with Praha, but
Swift and Vio.
Vio.
I think Swift and Vio is definitely 1000% the way to go with her right now.
Despair is not the way for her. Swift or Vile for sure.
She has to be
Wait,
fast.
really? You don't think Despair?
No.
I think
it's a
I think you do Despair if you have a very Blaze. If you have
You
a
didn't like that opinion, yo?
I'm lost to you guys again. Okay.
he's like wait what? No Despair? I'm out. But I think you do Despair if you have, because her base speed's 100, which is not that great. It's better than obviously 99, but it's 100. So if you get her probably like 260 Despair, sure, do it. But I think if you could do 260 Vio, what I do Vio?
Yeah.
What I do
It's
Vio?
just like I said, just the utility of S2. It makes them really need to know when they can buff and when they might lose a unit because of a dot, and
Yep.
then just having that S3 constantly just rotating and being able to CC. I made the joke earlier before Jug started the podcast. It sleeps better than Celia, so better than Celia.
It does.
Too, so.
It does. I can't even argue. I really can't argue with it. It actually does. Like,
So, yeah.
hey, I'm not gonna. I know it's true.
Thing is, like, if you let's think about it. If you rune Praha on Violent, would you build her tanky or damage though?
Kind of
Build
both.
her like I would build her like I built my Sierra.
Kind of both. To be honest.
Really?
Speak her HP,
Yeah.
just like in between.
I think speak for red HP and just get like at least like 30k HP.
Yeah,
Like,
but where
good
would you put
defense
the
there.
accuracy and the resistance there though? Because Sierra
check-
only needs accuracy.
You'll try to get that.
Juno only needs.
Juno, I mean, she has her own res lead, and then accuracy is really easy to get.
And I
Like,
think
my Sierra is my
Praha
side.
awakens into accuracy. If I'm not,
I think
incorrect.
she does.
She does. I think she does. Whereas-
Thing is, I don't know if Violent is a move just because of the bruiser meta out there, and she, like, without having a bomb like Sierra does,
she
it's
does.
gonna take so many turns
does?
to.
She awakens into accuracy. Yeah.
It's just gonna take too many turns. It's gonna
But-
prolong the match.
Because of the artifacts, is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes, I think so. Yes, because Sierra's burst damage with when you land the bomb.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
but you also have to
Pro-
think, even though it prolongs, it has the CC that allows you to deal with these LDs and stuff.
Yeah, that's if you land the CC. That's the thing.
I mean,
it's the same thing.
She's good. She trusts me. She's gonna have accuracy.
I find it kind of tough, man. That's why.
I think with the, like I said, with the ability that she actually awakens into accuracy, if you could potentially just sit around 50%, which is getting an extra 25 is not that hard. I think you're fine. I think if you sit around 50 to 60%, I think you'd be fine on the accuracy side. That's just me. If she didn't awaken to accuracy, then yeah, I think you'd be right. 1000% you'd be right. But I think that makes it a lot better. The fact that she awakens into accuracy, so it makes it a little bit easier to pull off.
Yeah, like, and it's like most Sierras, mine is probably like one of the anomalies. Most Sierra said the 144. You can easily make a 250 Hathor and be in front of your Sierra for the strip. Yeah. It's not hard, So
that's why it's
it's definitely not hard.
So I think we'll see, because I think people have people still have various opinions on what the build will be. I still think, regardless, I still think it's speed, crit rate, HP. I think that's just the build to go. If you can potentially get 100% crit rate or crit damage, shoot for it. If it looks good, do it. But I think for sure, I think the build 1000% will be, for most people, speed, crit rate, HP. It's just between what you can root her on, Despair, Swift. You might see a lot of Swift actually. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Swift turn 1 Prahas. You start up a match with a speed lead and Prahas the first one to go. I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
And she does a skill 2, and then she just waits for a skill 3 opportunity, and then she just beats you down with skill 1 with additional damage on effects.
You could do some Savannah type stuff, right? You push back, and then that next turn you sleep no matter what, just to prolong those other units, and then you nuke whoever you want on that turn.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you back up.
This monster really also pairs well with Chiwu, because she's like a mini Hathor. You can literally just ship everybody and then do a Praha skill 3 just for the fuck of it.
There's a rest check on this 3, no?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
There's a rest check.
Okay, so it's not.
But it's not glancing or anything.
It can't glance, so it's pretty much like Hathor. It's just way less consistent, because Hathor skill 3 isn't 50%. It wasn't 100% basically, right? Yeah.
There might be one thing that Praha is not absolute great. It's because she doesn't put sleeps for 2 turns like Hathor does.
But it's good for the delay.
So you forget proc on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but there's always too. But you can't go into a match saying this team's gonna proc here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's you obviously don't want it to happen.
It happens, man.
Yeah, no, that's why I can't disagree with it. That's what I'm saying. It happens.
But it's gotta be prepared for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I agree. No.
And then
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if getting Hathor crops next season. You see Praha. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think Praha will actually be because one thing getting Hathor comps are missing is just the damage. A lot of them go into even when you were playing on when you're playing on Input's account already, the one thing you were lacking was just damage.
Now with Vigor sometimes you don't really care. I think you might still see Vigor over Praha in those comps just because it's speed buff.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's still pretty good. So yeah,
I do agree.
It's just overall just oh god. I think Praha we'll see how Praha's used, but I think next season
I think she's very promising.
I think you'll see. I'm gonna see a lot of Prahas.
You know what? I'd rather her to have the cleanse instead of having the 100% sleep. What do you guys think?
No.
I think that makes it unique.
Wait.
I think that makes it unique at least.
Why not, man? Gotta make things interesting, you know what I mean?
Is because the sleep when they first gave her this buff was just
it was terrible.
It was terrible. No, it wasn't terrible. It was just the fact that it was kind of promising.
I was excited because I was like, yo, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, and that's what I also said too. I said this to Gigi earlier. I said with the Praha buff, don't be surprised if you see more succubus. You may see Arya more now. I feel like this brings in the potential.
I think Praha just pairs with a lot of good. In general, she's just really good. The cleanse, I see what you're saying, but at most point, the only reason I don't like the cleanse is because, more often than not, if you need a cleanse, you're probably going to Annabelle.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, Annabelle does a strip though, like Praha does skill 2.
I know, but you're probably not playing for strip, but at least your Annabelle's probably 100 res compared to Praha's probably on these builds they're probably gonna be
high accuracy.
20, 30 res.
Yeah.
Most.
Because you're gonna prioritize probably accuracy more than probably anything else.
Yeah.
I think Praha could be good if the other team does have immunity, and Annabelle if the other opponent doesn't have immunity. Like 1-2 each.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm excited.
That's
I
it.
don't have one. I'm excited.
Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw like a whole bunch of different Praha comps, like Chiwu Praha Succubus or Getty Hatter's Praha, or I just think Praha just opens up a lot of doors for people. That's the good thing about it though.
Yeah.
Because it's like before, it's like you'll pick her and it's like she'll skill 3, and it's like you have to circle around them as they're about to put up a sleeve, and it just nothing happens. It's like, okay, Praha, like why do I pick you? All right,
Yeah,
next buff, Fire Unicorn, Spring Flame. She now absorbs the attack bar by 50%, divided equally from the enemies that are alive. So, I don't think Helena's that bad, but because I've seen a lot of Helenas like legit bop some people up, but is it? Why?
You know what? Up to there, the patch is good, but then when you read the other guy, the Fire Demon.
Oh, I think Fire Demon's insane.
People are gonna be like, Helena who?
Yeah, no, I think this that was the problem too. It's like Helena buff, that's cool. I have her, that's cool. But I also have Fire Demon, so screw that girl.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Helena who? I got Fire Demon on me, bro. Who's the unicorn?
Helena is pretty good. I probably use Demon has pretty good base speed if I'm wrong, right?
I don't know. I only have the water one. You said 104? 104? That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad.
I think the Demon now becomes your speed cleave, and the Helena is probably your slow shield to like she'll will turn
bop
to
cleave. I call it a bop cleave because it doesn't kill you immediately. It just bops you up for like a bunch of turns. It just bops you up all the time.
I've fought some people before that use Helena Alexandria. Really strong.
Because I'm like, it's cool. Like I read it, I was like, that's all right. That's not that big of a deal. All right.
Yeah.
So Water Art Master, people are still upset about this, and I think it's understandable.
I think it's good. Like you can read it real quick.
Yeah, when enemies remove beneficial effects of allies, the attack bar of the ally with removed beneficial effects will be increased by 25%.
I think it's good. The only issue I see with this, in order to like, in my opinion, you get the most out of this, it has to be stuff. It has to be a strip that doesn't push back or like sleep you. So the reason I say that is because like if you push back enough, it pushes up the enemy that is targeted. So like Lauren, right? For example, if you get S2 pushback, your attack bar is probably not going to exceed from the pushback plus the push up. So you're probably like still staying equal. But against stuff that like, and you also can't really say you want to use it against Hathor because like, let's say it's your Fran, and your Fran slept. You know, you're praying for a violent proc at that point, right? But for stuff like Gemini, where there's no sleep, it's just a pure strip. That's really strong. I think it's really good against potential stuff like Wunsa as well, because Wunsa comps aren't usually tuned.
They aren't, because he's not a speed lead. He's not a speed lead at all himself. So
yeah, so I think it's like it's pretty good, but it has to be used against stuff that you can't get pushed back and you can't get stripped. The other issue I see with it is if your team cannot provide the follow-up. Does that make sense? So even though you get this attack bar boost, if you're only sitting at a certain like speed or tick rate, you're probably gonna get cut. Move. Yeah, you're either gonna like not move or whatever. But sometimes this could be also pretty bad too. They could put you out of order. If that makes sense.
No, I agree.
I think it's solid because against Chiu's Wusas and what is this called? The other Gemini that you said.
I mean,
I think it's like a vertical cutting you triple revenge, but without that. It's just a similarity. Because you have to lose one beneficial effect, and then you gain a 25% attack bar, and it's a 25% attack bar, right? Chibu strips for 15.
Yeah, true.
So it's a 25 against a 15.
I thought it was 30%. Wait, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I thought it was like 30% for Chibu. It's the pushback, and then if it strips, it also pushes back. So that's 30%. So you're not technically gaining attack bar at that point. You see what I'm saying? If you're on Will, that's 30% pushback. You only get 25 gain,
which isn't much.
So you're down 5% attack bar. Yeah. So you're most comps with Chibu, they're tight tuned.
They're super tight tuned. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, against like Tritons, that's still a 20% pushback. You're only getting a 5%. Like that little bit of gain, even though it might seem like it's nice, your team needs to be like pretty fast in order to make use of it.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
So I like it, but I don't think it's practical.
Do
Does
you
that make
do you
sense?
think it needs more, or like what
Yeah,
would you
definitely
change
needs
about
more.
it? Yeah,
Definitely needs more.
I think that's what the reason why people are kind of upset with it. I think people wanted a bit more out of it, but I don't think it's for the right reasons. I think people are just like, that's not enough. It needs more. Like, I mean, compared to the next one, yes, it does need more, because I think the win one is stupid now.
And then the win one now, like so the water one has the glancing still. The
What?
win one now has the defense break.
And
It's like-
glancing. Is it defense? It's defense and glancing, I believe it is. Even if it's
Yeah.
defense
I
break,
thought it was
instead.
just defense break.
He
not glancing.
glances on skill too as well.
Okay, well,
Unless
I don't think the
they
water-
change it to death break.
Yeah, I don't think the water does enough. After that, like I feel like it's like you're 3v4ing at the point when you use that unit.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
what does he really provide after that? Like, I mean, glancing is cool, I guess,
Yeah.
for like 2 turns, but it's like the S1 is just, there's no CC that he brings, there's no anything, so
Yeah, he definitely needs a little bit of a change there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like he probably needs a bit more, like, because I don't think he's bad, but I think people.
Maybe they should change the skill to the fire one as well. What you think?
I think the
for you,
firewood skill
no.
too is pretty good, but it's still kind of like I think even the fire one needs a bit more on that skill.
I see Lucky use it, and it's like that thing's nice, man.
No, it's nice. I like it. Like
The
I said,
fire one?
yeah, the fire one.
Yeah.
I see White Cuz use it, and White Cuz talks pretty highly about it. Like it's,
Yeah, and the other thing is like the Verd still does 40% gain.
yeah, like Vert is still better.
Like a triple revenge Verd. I mean, it's not guaranteed, right? Because it's a chance if it procs, but
It's
40% compared to 20, like that's night and day.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But that's why you give her the fire treatment to get him out of the match for 2 turns.
but I think his skill too is cool because it makes him unique. They just gotta make it better. Like I don't like I get what you mean, Blaze. Like just give him skill 2, and that kind of solves his problem. But once making skill 2 is skill 3, I guess you could say. But he has 2 skill 2s essentially.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he'll have. So like I don't think it's bad though. Like I do think it does need more. But I do like Art Master skill 2. To me, it's just funny. It's like what's
he
that?
still has the original passive too. So it's also if they strip as well. Oh, so it's if they strip and if you get stripped. That makes sense. Like I thought
Actually,
it
yeah.
was a complete change.
Yeah, I gotta read that too though.
So his first pass is like right now. It's the attack bar while when enemies remove harmful effects.
Also, it
yeah.
goes both
themselves.
ways. Okay,
So
maybe,
it's
maybe that's
both
busted.
ways.
Maybe that's busted.
So if like they cleanse themselves and stuff, you're getting
me see.
attack bar. But I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I think this.
But, that's all allies. So if they cleanse, it's all allies, and if you push back, it's that specific ally. That's
Oh, it's both ways. It's both ways now. So
Yeah.
if they cleanse a unit, you gain attack bar, and if the enemy strips one of your beneficial effects, that target that they stripped gains 25%.
I thought they were completely changing it. Yeah. So I mean, if that's the case, if you can kind of force them to heal and stuff, that might be legit over the course of a game, I guess.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, that may be legit and just ban the triple revenge Verd.
Actually, yeah, I'm like that. I'm like,
Not
yeah.
bad now.
It's like not
I
only
thought it was a
understanding,
complete
yeah.
change.
Yeah, is it yeah? I think that's actually not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Are people complaining? It's something swear. Why am I asking? Anyways,
Skill 2 needs to be changed though. Like stripping and putting lancing doesn't do much.
yeah, no,
I
that's
think-
that. I think he needed
maybe-
to. I think he needs to
maybe-
chug Paul's skill 2. I really do.
I don't think defense breaks was needed. Maybe throw in like beneficial block or dots or even
Ooh,
silent.
beneficial block would be nice. Like AoE beneficial block or something.
Would be pretty cool. It'll make you
yeah.
unique. It wouldn't be terrible. It wouldn't be the best thing, but it'll be pretty cool. I think the win one getting it synergizes with his kit
I
really
guess
well.
you can throw beneficial block just to throw something in for him. But let's say if you throw a silence, because there's not too many units that put silence on.
That's true.
Kinda like
It wouldn't be bad. Silence is actually not.
Or a provoke.
Yeah, something.
Actually,
really
that would
nice.
make him pretty cool because he does have
You know-
really good base HP and defense. So
Like, what are you gonna do with glancing, bro?
so provoke is actually
Or
not
even
that
like
bad.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, glancing.
I mean,
you
or
know,
even
you say
maybe-
that,
I
but
know it
Molly's
sounds
like
weird.
terrorizing the meta right now.
Maybe not provoke, but like
Gotta spice things up, you know what I mean? You gotta change the meta. That's why I'm like,
Nah,
I'm trying to
I
add,
agree,
like,
I
different
agree.
stuff to different units.
I agree.
the affiliate treatment, like for S2, that might be legit to like force him to like to make them push him back.
Ophelia? Ophelia treatment into the water art master, you saying?
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
S2.
That is broken.
You think so?
Yes.
Not. It doesn't.
You know
have to
why?
be 2 turns,
Because
like
of the
2 turns.
You know why? Because of the passive. You strip that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
what
why
I'm
it's
saying.
good.
your whole team is moving.
Boy,
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
The
it might be
only-
good
the
to, like,
only
keep your
way-
track bar.
Like,
For
like,
RTA to
and
work
then-
is for madness,
mention-
man.
Not to mention his leader skill is what, 50% attack
Yep.
for water.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That plus Barbara.
Man, hey, like I said, I'm just throwing stuff out here.
That plus Barbara.
Hey, screw
Hold
it.
up, bro.
Hey, screw
Hold
it.
up.
But we'll go to the
I'm
win
just
one.
saying.
Win one got the extra oomph he needed, in my opinion.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
far.
Maybe 2 turn glancing and then 1 turn silence.
So now the Win Art Master now decreases your attack bar by 75% instead of 50.
Yeah,
And
Barbara 2.0 or Savannah 2.0.
and later he also now on skill 2 he actually now death breaks instead of glancing, or probably both.
Savannah 2.0.
So
I don't know why
he
they
he
moved
now
these buffs to Win
he
units, man.
now yeah
Come
no
on,
in my
Steve.
opinion Win is too overloaded. Win is
Like, come to-
Win has
What's
everything.
What's up with yellow, man?
Win has fucking like if we
You don't
even
like the other colors. You don't like purple. You don't like white. You don't like.
like every time I look at the when the SWC comes on, it's like, oh, popular units by
God damn,
element.
man.
Win is 40%. Literally, it's almost half. Win is too loaded. Getty, Hawthorne,
Yeah,
Savannah,
I wish
Thou
they
Shalt
would have did
Come.
this with
It's too
something else.
crazy.
But I was saying this in Jug's Discord earlier. I don't, even though this is really, really good, don't get me wrong, I still kind of feel like Akia's better. The reason I say that is because she's a
Compared-
full,
compared to who?
the
Champong.
Win one.
Win Art
to
Master.
Champong.
Okay.
So her S3 is, first off, you don't awaken anything, right? So
Mhm.
like you don't have to worry about that aspect with like Hathor stuff comps, right? The more CC comps, because he's a CC'er, like control-ish. He has so Akia has the full reset.
Mm-hmm.
Plus she can self-cycle on the S1 and CC, which he doesn't.
Yeah,
And she still has the strip that does random debuffs that could either be like sleep or whatever.
yeah.
So
But
it's
that-
like,
But you can get resisted by the increased cooldown.
my only
the
thing-
thing is with the Win one, if he's on attack bar 0,
He's just gonna
you
nuke you.
definitely landed.
but that's only 2 at max, because most of the time you're gonna do 75, and then you're gonna hit.
But that
You're
is
gonna hit
guaranteed.
0.
That is guaranteed
Dude.
if the attack bar is 0.
Yeah,
But
You can
two-
get wrist
two
check with the
turns-
Akia.
But 2 turns compared to like a full cool, like that's a violent proc from Hathor. You know what I'm saying? And she's back up.
It goes either ways, I think.
because my thing, I feel the reason why I think it's exceptionally good is because I get what you mean with the Akia but I think Akia is more on the control side where he's more the damage side. So I feel
Like,
like
that's what I was saying. So
right.
I also said that I was like, I don't know if you would need to build him crit damage or
no,
some
you
type
have
of
to.
damage
You
make
have
it
to build a
safer.
crit damage. You have to build a crit damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. That's what I was saying. I also said that in your Discord. I was like, I think you need to go crit damage now to make this like,
Yeah.
safer.
Because I pulled him and I haven't skilled him up yet, but I was 1000% gonna use him speed, crit damage, attack, and then try to get accuracy and his substats. So depending on if you can probably get like an accuracy lead, or you can get him at least around 40 or 50% accuracy with good speed. Again, hard to build, but if you can do it, I think this guy is absolutely just insane. The fact that he can literally strip you. If you get him on, if he violent procs, he's even more insane. If he's on Swift, he's still good. He just requires a little bit more of a setup. I just think right now, I thought he was good before. A lot of people were kind of like, yeah, he's good, but yeah, like I still think he's pretty good.
I just thought they were gonna strengthen the strip of S2, and that was gonna be it.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that's
like,
it. They literally just they because I remember when he was first announced, they're like, oh my god, like Win Art Master's buffed, like he's so good. Don't you agree? I'm like, yeah,
If his
but he
unit
doesn't
was
definitely.
violent. And G3, skill 3 into skill 2.
Skill 2 to
That
skill 3.
is
Yeah, no,
just-
it's
I
insane.
mean,
It's insane.
Fairy already uses it.
I'm telling you, like,
even
I
when he
really want to
wasn't-
use him. I just gotta scale him up. I just pulled TLA.
Oh, Fairy
so-
has one?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
uses it.
Fairy uses it.
Yeah, I've been telling people he's good. I've been saying
Fairy
this.
Fairy was using it without skill ups, bro. He was just in there.
I'm telling you,
He
man.
didn't care.
I've been
Like
telling
G1,
people,
G2.
man. I'm literally over here like, yo, I told everybody,
Yeah, but
I
that
got
boy
Sean
lucky, man.
Pug.
You do not see the procs?
Oh man, I've been telling people like he's so good. They're like,
I
oh,
mean,
Sean Pug's
we
terrible.
can throw back. We can do a throwback all the way to my tournament. Chuck, you wanna
Oh
talk?
my
No,
God,
yeah.
bro.
I know some things. I know some things.
I
I know
know
some
what Rob
things.
said earlier too.
But like, yeah, I've always said Chuck Pug is really good. I just think he's another top tier win unit because we don't have enough of those already.
We really need more top tier
Water.
fire and water units.
We need more top tier water. I think
that buff was unnecessary.
I think-
unnecessary.
I
Man.
think it's like
you're gonna buff Ethna when you buffed her, and now you're gonna give another
Yeah,
one.
and then
Yeah.
you have another water.
it's like
another
it's like
one unit
okay
boost, yeah.
for fire there's some
Retarded
good
stupid.
ones, but I think for water there's essentially just Barbara and How a bit, but past that anybody. Anybody?
No, nothing. I mean,
Anybody?
I mean, Poseidon, I guess, and Cleve, but you know what I mean? Like,
Even
I
Poseidon's
don't know,
not
dude.
like even Poseidon's not up there. It's like Barbara, nothing. It's like where
Abelio barely used.
I was still playing.
Like it's like
Oh.
no. they
water
don't
is
have that
weak.
much.
Water
I
is
mean,
weak.
Water's very weak.
We gotta
Water
put
is-
Barbara, probably Basid him along, and then
This man
Bulwark,
City's
Amelia.
inviting me to a raid, and I'm in the podcast, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Like no, I like
No, no.
there's some good units. I just feel like it's like we can literally name off the top of our heads 10 win units that are just busted. We can name good fire units that probably are busted but still pretty good. When it comes to water,
That's like when it's like, ciao. Like, imagine.
yeah, it's like we get to water and it's like, okay, Barbara, How.
Not even.
I don't even think anybody else past that. I really can't. Like no, there's
Yeah, literally no DDs.
There were-
It's Barbara, and then maybe taking a weekend vigor. You know, Malong's still out there, still kind of.
yeah, but I wouldn't even put Molog up there. He's just good because the other monsters around him make him good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Harmonia makes him good, Tyrannus makes him good, like everybody makes him good. But it's like
But
Molong
yeah,
is like
it's
good.
a 4v4,
That's the thing.
right?
But
It's a
all those
4v4.
other units, like what Jug's saying, all those other units are standalone units. Molong, you need to have a setup for him.
You need to have everybody for him. He's good. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
Like-
doesn't need a set.
like it's like when you ask the question, it's like is Molong up there? You'll probably say no. Like you'll say he's good, but you won't say he's up there. Like Barbara's
Yeah.
up there, like far up there, like super far up there. Everybody else is just, it's like and it's like he's kind of up there, but then Tyrannus kind of rips his butthole open, and then it's like you go to literally anybody else, and it's like.
So you think of Shia, and then you got Hathor, Sierra, Diana.
Yeah, it's like you can literally name like 10, like Hathor, Sierra, Diana,
else you got?
Ganymede, Ethna now. Well, Ethna before was still
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
Ethna, just
like
Wind Panda,
like Tyrannus,
Savannah.
like you can go on, but it's just like
Wind Monkey.
I need
Yeah.
more
Wind
fingers.
Monkey.
like you
Yeah.
like they're all
Yeah,
good.
You need more fingers for Win,
Like
man.
Wind
Like,
is
it's already-
Wind gets everything. Wind has everything but a strong
Hathor,
healer.
Granny, Sierra, Savannah,
Wood has
Odin,
Wood has everything but a
Wind
strong
Monkey,
healer, but it doesn't
Leo,
matter when
Leo,
when units are
Tyrannus.
legit
Tyrannus,
bopping your
Louise.
butthole.
Louise.
Even Louise is kind of good. Louise is not up there, but she's still kind of good.
Louise is bad. Hold on, hold on.
Don't bring Louise into this.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We have time, bro.
Don't bring Louise into this one, man. Our master.
But here's the
I'll
thing.
give it to you. That's fine.
The thing is,
That's
Alger, Bastet is not up there, and I'm gonna tell you why. Bastet's base speed is terrible. Bovark is not up there because he's not terrible, but he's mad situational. Against most of, but
If you don't stack your units, like that's the thing I've been facing a lot. Jug, you probably seen it. Is I don't know if it's more C2 because like each rank has a meta, right?
Mhm.
This rank I can say like when I was in C2 a lot, I fought a lot of Harmonia Bulwark, but it's like after you let Bulwark snipe, and
Bro,
you
my
just
mom
like
is-
Lauren and keep down the Harmonia,
It's
you
not a
just
threat.
don't have to buff.
It's like,
And
yeah,
it's
you,
GG.
you can just chill. If you have Fred up, you can just skill 2 everybody and just attack break
Yeah, you
people.
just skill 2 the whole time.
Like,
There's no,
like,
there's no
and then-
actual
and then-
damage coming out
and
from
then-
Bolverk. Mo longer
yeah.
and his load.
It's
And
like Woos is
can't
not
do
bad, but Woos is like also like he's kind of whatever. Like he's good, but he needs to be like I feel like for high level he needs to be on crit damage, and even then he's just kind of just sits there. Like I said, Barbara's up there. She has fine, but he gets booty raped by like legit. After looks at him and licks her lips, and he's gone. Theo Mars, who's that? Molog again. We said about Molog, and then like Bastet, her base speed is just terrible. I love Bastet. Trust me, there's no person on this planet that will love that.
Cleave,
I
though,
love
but
Bastet.
I mean, like at high RTA, like, do you really care about?
If Bastet literally have
It's not gonna happen, bro.
like the only way you use it, like we already talked about Bolverk. Bolverk past just like a past like I said the initial snipe or anything like that. He's super situational. Like you're never probably I have Bolverk. I root him up. I deroot him because I'm like I'm never gonna use this guy. Like I'm never gonna use him.
Like
I'm never gonna use him.
I just don't have
Volverk
it.
is really like I don't know if a lot of you think about this, but Volverk is really good into Lich. Like you
Yeah.
guys, like
It's like free procs. It's like free passive.
It's so
Bolverk is good into mostly a lot of stuff, man.
You know, like he
Volverk's
gets buff.
You
Yeah.
have to know what you have. That is it.
But
You
he's
just
also,
have to
but
know what
I
it is.
say mainly is like if you want to play that super boring, like super like I play super tanky and just Molong snipe you every turn. Yeah, sure, play that. You know, if you want to do that, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying nobody really wants to play that. No one wants to play that.
Yeah, I mean,
You'll probably see that comp probably like once every 100 swords. I'm not even joking when I say this. You'll see Molong, you'll see Molong, Harmonia, Arda, Tyrannus, and maybe like something else before you see Bolverk in that comp. Like both people literally throw out Bolverk if your comp is super buff happy and they have super tanky monsters. Past that, you're not picking Bolverk at all. Like you don't have to skill him up because he doesn't really need to skill up to be honest. But it's just like he's kind of just like he's cool,
Yeah.
but
yeah. Once you get that initial, you're out of the kitchen.
He's just a body,
he's
really.
just there. Yeah, he's just there. And on top of
Yeah,
that,
he's just a body.
and on top of that, you kind of have to not kill the buffers, and the buffers are keeping your team alive, so it's just making your job harder. It's like I ain't really care about it at all.
Yeah.
All right, Fire Demon, and this Jesus Christ, Fire Demon. To basically sum it up, because this is way too freaking long. New effect. He now basically has a harmful effect removal blocked, which thank you Summoners War, we finally have a new debuff in the game, and that's taken.
I think that's really, really nice.
Now I think now the Fire Demon is A+. No one can complain about him at all.
No, it has to be higher. S, at least S minus.
Maybe
But I don't-
S
He's the
minus.
only unit that does that.
Maybe S
I
minus.
mean, even though it's the only unit that has it, is what's the percentage that it lands though?
Pair Fire Demon with a rock. Yeah, exactly. You pretty much gonna put him in like you're gonna like. There's gonna be some interesting comps next season.
Bellanis, oh my god!
I think him with Belladus is like.
No.
It's not even gonna be Rika Bellanis anymore. It's gonna
dude.
be Fire
Put
Demon
Savannah,
Bellanis.
put Savannah in front of the Fire Demon. See how much damage output you're gonna see?
Bro, this thing's nasty though. If this thing's landing, it's nasty. Like there's no argument that this is not insane.
You put Savannah on, you push back attack power, defense break, speed buff to your team.
It's
game
Bell.
over.
I think, I really do think the Fire Demon is gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
Just because you're gonna get
so
debuffed, and like if you get picked into a corner with Fire Demon, you're gonna be just blown out.
I should probably say this. Before I get roasted, I had a good rune in my Asian shop, and I needed to buy it because it was gonna expire. And I was thinking of feeding Fire Demon or my Pumbik. So I knew Fire Demon was gonna get a buff soon.
It was a good thing you didn't do it.
Just feed that guy because he sucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Now you're like,
I feed the Pumbik instead.
bro, you would have fed him.
Yeah, I kept the Fire Demon.
You feel you literally almost like you would have regretted everything. You would have hated life if you fed that fire demon. Because I think we're gonna see again who pairs well with fire demon. Starts with a chi, ends with a woo. Anyways, this boss is gonna be.
Everything good, but I think he's really good. He can be turn 2, he can be turn 1, he can be turn whatever.
He can be turned whatever. Honestly, I think now he's who's still okay. Who's better now, him or Bale, or Beelzebub? Him or Beelzebub?
Beelzebub, probably.
No, Beelzebub. I think he's definitely number 2 now. I think it was like Beelzebub.
Yeah, he's definitely number 2. Definitely number 2.
Bye, Blaze.
Dude, he hates our opinion, bro.
He's like, man, I said Bill, man, screw you guys. Like, he just walks out. We hear you.
Wait, hold up. Okay,
we the boys.
Yeah.
But
so what else? Yeah, definitely Dark Demon on top, and then Fire Demon second.
Yeah. Fire Demon's up
sure.
there.
It's
And
like
then I'll go after that. I'll probably go like.
I'll probably go
Honestly,
Mephisto.
I still think Wind Demon, and then
I don't know, Light Demon.
okay.
Light Demon.
Bottom 2
Light
is
Demon sucks.
bottom.
Madara,
No. It's honest. It's honest. Honestly, because bottom two right now. Bottom
if
2
you
right
don't
now.
Bastard or Leo with him, it's just like
He doesn't do anything. I'm dead honest, and it's not me being like toxic. And I'm sorry, Madaro. I know you're gonna hate this opinion, but Light Demon is, I think, the bottom demon. I think Water Demon is actually
even
not.
Water Demon. You can
I think Water Demon is still. I think Water Demon is actually usable, but he still needs a buff.
I haven't lost to a Water Demon, so
No, if you use Water Demon against like Arda, like those type of,
He
it's
hurts.
really, really good.
He hurts. Water Demon actually.
when he comes back and he gets full attack bar, yeah, he's gonna hurt.
Yeah, no, he hurts.
But he also has shield now too, and
Yeah,
artifacts.
but I think the problem is he doesn't get instant turn.
The artifacts doesn't do anything.
I thought the artifacts increase when he comes back.
No, he still doesn't get an instant turn though. He can still get cut.
Yeah.
So and that's a problem. It's like
I mean,
he gets 100% attack bar, but that doesn't guarantee his turn. He can still just die.
Yeah.
Like if he
Yeah, for sure,
he can still just die. That's a problem. So I think the only buff that Water Demon needs essentially is just give him an instant turn. Boom, dead. I would root him up to heartbeat. He's actually not that bad.
I've seen like Water Demons. How does this call? I've seen water demons come back and still not get a turn and then just die.
They just die. Yeah.
I think he's fair to get the thing about this though. Before like anyone goes, well, then you're gonna have to give that to no, just him. Don't give it to Beelzebub because he's.
No, Beelzebub's already busted. Yeah.
Beelzebub, dude.
Beelzebub's already busted.
Stupid, bro.
Beelzebub is already stupid.
You
I'm
can't
tired
give
of.
that to Beelzebub, but
It's insane. Like it's a LD Net 5.
I gotta, yeah.
It's
Yeah, he has that LD Net 5 power.
He
Yeah.
will come to us to the Lightning Emperor. Hello.
Yeah. That's all you gotta do. And I think for Lucifer, I haven't told we talked to Madaro about this. Madaro says back to Leo. I say, not really. I think what he needs is just probably just get more attack bar. That's probably it. I think if you get more attack bar, he'll be fine. But I think his attack bar without Leo is just like, it's like, it's not enough. Like he does get damage, but he's there for the attack bar push, and he doesn't give enough. So I think if you literally just give him more of an attack bar push,
percentage.
Yeah, if you boost those numbers to like exceptional extent, he'll be fine. But I think
I like Light Demon.
I think he's good. It's just the units that you have to use with him.
You have to
know
have them.
exactly how to counter it once you know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think we've seen that comp enough that I think everybody knows how to ban it or what to ban and what to go from there. I think that comp is good, but I think the comp only works, especially at a high level, if the person has never seen this comp ever in their life.
Yeah,
like ever.
Like I saw who was it? I saw Chakamu try to use like the Light Demon. He was losing, so it's like. I mean, Chakamu has really great runes.
Yeah,
like,
no, Madaro,
Madaro,
we get you. He increases damage, but he still doesn't do enough. I mean, like that's he needs more, because like he increases damage, but it's like you just in that particular comp, if you ban the right person, the comp just it's cool. Like it needs a bit more. Like we're over here, we're actually trying to advocate to get your boss to be better, man. Like we want your boss to be better. That's
No, you
Yeah.
really, what are you talking? What are you?
Like, we're
Everyone's talking
yeah.
about Sylvia. Sylvia's fine. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
so Sylvia's busted. We already know. Rock off.
Like,
Either give it a kid or just farm better rooms. You know what I mean?
His monster is already good now? I don't think so. No, I honestly don't think Lucifer is that good. That's me personally. I don't think Lucifer's that good.
He's okay.
He's okay.
He's okay for me.
Like,
For
like,
me, he's
like,
okay.
like, I'm not saying he's terrible. Like, when I put Lucifer in the bottom tier of monsters, no, I would not put him nowhere near that. I think he's still good. I just think compared to like what's really
His
good right
family,
now,
though?
yeah, his family
His
is kind of
family,
just
though,
like,
I don't think he's
yeah,
there.
like out of his family, I think Beelzebub is just stupid.
I mean,
Fire one's stupid. Water one, I was saying, like, I think when water and light are kind of interchangeable. Those are the ones that are kind of just like, but at least when one has a 1000% purpose and he's good in that purpose, and and I think water one, I think water one's probably fifth, and I think light one's fourth. That's just me personally. It's like,
yeah, same.
it's like
Same,
you don't.
same,
It's
same.
like you don't question the win one's purpose at all. It's like light one's good, but he still needs more. That's just me
Now, question
personally.
is, how do you room Fire Demon now?
Like I said, I think it depends on the comp. You either
Yeah,
go Swift or
gotcha.
you can go Violent. Like for the turn 2. If you're going with Bellinus, you go Violent. If you're going for like the boo boo kind of comp with like initials, you go Swift.
You're probably gonna see more violent than anything though. This
Yeah.
guy's gonna.
I
But
think
you can.
Violent's gonna be the normal build, and then Swift is gonna be like the higher.
And then again, I think he's gonna be another monster paired with Chiwu with other debuffers. I'm telling you, Chiwu.
I think Chiwu Savannah is the best combo you can
this is the
put up
Chiwu
with. And
patch.
if you don't have Savannah,
That's just me personally.
probably Gemini.
That's just me
Yeah,
personally.
Gemini.
But you gotta speed tune that. So you
No, you do. No, you do.
do.
No, you do. But I said, like, just give Light Demon some more. I think he needs more. I just think like he's only good with one particular comp. Like I wouldn't pick Chiwu into like a normal like RTA comp. There's so many things I would pick in this spot that's not Light Demon.
It
Like
depends.
Yeah. Like it does depend. That's what I'm saying. Like he just needs a bit more.
It's more of the draft.
Like it's like let's put it like this, right? It's like if you have Jaeger and Light Demon, who are you picking? Like who are you picking? Jaeger or Light Demon?
Jaeger.
You're picking Jaeger. The reason why,
If you
because
have any other Nat 5s, you're not really picking that. Like,
it's like I would rather have Light Demon in the spot where it's like if you're picking. No, again, I'm not talking mess. I'm just comparing him to like.
I'm just talking about the unit.
Yeah, it's like units that are like him. Like Light Demon's like a bruiser unit. Who are the bruiser units? Jaeger. Jaeger's over here sniping people out. No attack buff. No defense break. Like, like Jaeger's just insane. And then you look at Light Demon. Yeah, it's like you have these units that are just doing that, and then you have Light Demon who's here, and it's like, what does Light Demon provide that would make me pick him over like a Jaeger? Not much, because Jaeger, again, he's over here. He can't be slept. No inability effects. You put him. Justice is stupid. 2-turn cooldown. He's just busted. Yep. He's really good.
Yeah, I do think and he has the stupid Leica revenge on top of that. My God.
Yeah, it's just like he just does a lot.
And then but whatchamacallit, I just like whatchamacallit. What was I about to say? I think he's unique though with the how his passive works. So
yeah,
I do like that.
Like I said, I would just like it down more. That's it. Just like it down more. You know, excuse Jaeger, y'all. Shut up, Rob. Anyways,
can we talk about the best buff in here real quick?
What's the best buff? What's the best buff?
We're
not talking about Nat Force. We're not talking about Nat Force. Hopefully,
the win. All right, I don't care.
Yeah, we can kind of like
Pirate Captain.
Bro,
so good.
Bro, the bar.
Good.
Shout out to Rob.
So
shout out to Rob over here. Rob is a prophet. Rob is a prophet.
The Fire Pirate Captain is kind of legit.
Rob is a prophet.
Man.
Rob is a prophet. Rob was before our time. Rob is over here.
Wind Pirate Captain is so good. I don't know.
Wind Pirate Captain, yes, but Fire Pirate Captain, nah.
Look, can we admit that Rob is a prophet? Can we admit that Rob is a prophet? Rob is ahead of all of us. He had the Sylvia comp, Everybody thought Sylvia sucked. Then Rob's over here, just casually over here, just do 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 do
Yeah.
do 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 getting the G1 with Rob Cobb.
And then are we like skipping the NAF4s really?
I mean, like, are there any NAF4s that's like
the serious big? I do like the Pirate Captain, but the serious big ones, the Cult Bombers. Now Lanny is crushing hit so good against Miho and Siege.
With artifacts. Artifacts.
The Cobalt
Artifacts.
Bombers.
Okay.
Artifacts make this a lot better. That and I think the one that I thought was insane was Phantom Thief getting an increased damage by 167%. What? Is that?
It's still there.
Who the hell was that guy?
Yeah.
That's still a lot. That's a lot. What the heck?
Look, that's a lot of damage, but the crime alert is the pushback. It's like Chiwu, you know?
Yeah.
So,
but it's like I think it gives him a little bit of use though.
Dude.
I think it does give him a bit more of a use though. Cause it's like
overall, for my opinion, this patch, nothing insane.
I didn't like
Nothing terrible, right? Like they kind of brought everything up to a better point. If that makes sense.
I think it's still one glaring issue. Ain't no nerfs.
No nerfs in this is
it's like buffs are cool. We're not complaining about buffs. We need nerfs. We need nerfs.
So I think they're really scared to nerf, like for whatever reason, but we need a nerf patch.
No, we do. No, we do.
Yeah, we definitely need a nerf patch.
We need, and I don't know the reason I say there probably isn't a nerf patch is because SWC is still going on, and I don't think they want to change or like just screw people over too much. But
no, the hell with that, man. Like
No.
bro, like
that's what I said. Like I wouldn't be surprised
there's
afterwards.
so many more people playing RTA than actual WC, man. Like,
Yeah, I just think like after SWC is over, we may see a nerf patch. I just think I doubt it. I'm just saying we may.
Sometimes there is like a different modification with balance patches.
Right? So I agree, Spike. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. That's what I said. Like I feel like the reason why they're not nerfing is because it's like people have these like particular comms and these rune sets and these tuning, and they're like all of a sudden they nerf a unit. It's like a person's now pissed. So that's the only reason why. But I hope after SWC there is indeed a nerf patch. A nerf patch is
probably next season RTA though.
1000%. We need a nerf patch. We need a nerf patch.
Still needs it. Whenever the time is, it's needed. Like I don't want to see another.
So let's put it like.
I want to see a nerf.
So we got almost 2 hours. So the last 15 minutes we'll do it like this. What units ideally need to see a nerf?
Barbara.
I like how everybody agrees with that. Like it's like because like the top ones are 1000% Molly. I think I think what it was Tyler suggested this that they should reduce no actually I suggested this. What if they reduced her healing from 25 to like 15 but increased her glancing?
No, I just think they need to nerf it to 20.
I think 20. I think 25 is fine. I think 20 is fine. I think 20 is fine. I'm just saying like
20 and then she's done in my opinion.
Because because that's what I was saying. Like, is do you think she's still usable with 20 though?
Yeah, because that's a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah.
We've seen her Viant proc plus now with artifacts.
Yeah.
That's more than enough.
Yeah.
Maybe without artifacts before, maybe like 25 would have been better. But now with artifacts, it's not even.
Oh yeah, well, artifacts, skill 3 recovery.
Yeah, 20 done. 20 done.
I don't know, man. It's not gonna happen.
But it's like I mean we could all agree it probably won't happen. But it's like what do we look? It's like obviously I think I agree. I was telling Gigi this as well. Like I said, I'm tired of going into a Barbara and she's skill 3s to skill 2s and my unit's gone. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Like. I think Savannah's still fine. I think Masha's still fine. I think Savannah's fine only because by herself she's still like like she's good. Like by herself she's with like the right setup. Like if you just happen to be like the other 1058 people playing RTA and that have Chiwu and Gianna, then yeah, Savannah's
Oh,
like
she's insane.
Savannah's like just busted. It's like you can't stop that
Yeah.
unit. That unit is just like just flexing all over you. But I do agree with Barbara though. I think Barbara needs a nerf. I think Molly needs a tad bit of a nerf. I don't think too much of a nerf because
Yeah,
I'm
just a
fine
little
with
bit.
I'm fine with Molly. I don't think she's like super great, but it is kind of annoying when she's like procs 2 times and the unit's like full health again. Like
Yep.
cut that
Yep.
noise. Cut that noise. like at all.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm the weirdo on this. I think people are gonna roast me. I think they need to fill. I think they really need to fix Belness's S3. It does so much.
Oh, the
in
Midnight
one
Flood?
S3.
Midnight Flood? Yeah, I was flexing. I was telling her roasting the other
No,
day.
not the Midnight Flood, the Wild Roar.
Oh, Wild Roar. Okay, no, you're right. No. That,
Like,
no,
it
but that's
provokes,
every Beast Rider. I'm not every Beast
decreases,
Rider. It should be every
what,
Druid.
attack bar, like it's so much.
Dude, you can literally go to every Druid, put your hand up, and name everything it does, and you'll probably use both hands. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Tyrannus,
Like,
stuns,
it's so
hit,
much.
stuns, self heals, provokes,
so much.
self heals, defense buffs, revives, soul protection, nukes. Passively buff some stuff. I said something. It's like that's every like I put self in there. Like you can literally do that for every. You can literally do for every druid. Like Painter, like cleanses, immunities, nukes, heals. It's like you literally just go to every. He's like Abilio, heals, nukes, self heals. Provokes,
attack bar,
pushes to attack bar, stuns. Like, what is every druid you put up both hands and you're gonna use both hands to say what they do? Meanwhile, we have like other units, and it's just like nobody is even on the level of that unit. No,
I mean,
Rob,
we're seeing
Rob,
WC, right?
Rob.
See what happens.
I'm saying this right now. Island Girl is gonna get your Painter nerfed. Island Girl really wants that Painter nerf, bro. He really wants that Painter nerf. I don't think he's. I think probably because I'm not in G3 or whatever. I still don't think Painter's that bad. I think Painter's fine. I understand.
I think Painter's fine. It's really fine and has a unique skill and unique passives.
Yeah, like I don't think he's like. I don't think Painter is like super oppressive. I think he's like tricky to play against, which is fine. He's an LD5. He should be tricky to play against. But I don't think. But Island Girl has been pushing for that Painter nerf for a while. Yeah, he really has. He's been pushing for it, and I'm like,
he just summoned one for Heaven's Royalty.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, he did that big account. Yeah, but he's been like on his last podcast. He said like Painter does too much. And I'm just sitting there like I don't know.
I low-key think they need to nerf Jaeger. Maybe take a stack or two away from him.
No, Jaeger needs to be toned down just a bit. Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, just take a stack or two down from him, and I think he's good. Also, maybe I'm the odd one out. Why did Trinity not get a buff in this?
Probably because they're doing like one LD at a time.
There's so many LDFRs that they didn't get a buff too.
I think they focus on one LD. I really think they focus on one LD at a time. I think it's like that's something that they're trying to do, because I feel like every balance patch now, if there's a buff for an LD, it's always one. Like Will Young was the last one. This one's Gildir. It's like that was the only LD buff, and it's like okay.
I mean, but they did Jar and whatchamacallit this one. So.
What are you guys' predictions for WC?
Dude, I hope I really want I don't know. It's me personally. I think Ricky, after watching Ricky's like literally SW, bro. We've been talking too long, bro. But nah, yeah, no. I really think people are sleeping on Ricky. Like I think
people are dead ass sleeping on.
We restart the podcast, yeah.
No, it's fine. No, we good. We still in there. I'll splice it in. We good. Don't worry. But no, I think Ricky's probably my favorite right now, only because like when I watched him play day one, I was like, yo, why is Ricky playing like they got a gun to his head, his wife is held hostage, and if he don't win, they gonna pull the trigger on somebody.
He was playing clean, like Ricky is like, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I got a root for Team Canada. So either Ricky or J-Mac.
Right, Ricky and J-Mac, yeah.
J-Mac did beat Thompson.
I'm going Ricky and Ken for me.
I'm still on. I think Ricky's my number one. Yeah, I'd probably go for Ken second. Like I think
Ricky and
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. After Ricky's first day, I'm like, yo, Ricky's like giving me like believer vibes.
There's always other people there too. Like, can't
Boy
take
wasn't
away
playing
from
no games.
can't take away from Chocomu. Chocomu did put a.
Oh no, Chocomu! I've always, because I wasn't too much on Chocomu because I haven't really seen him play before, but I think Chocomu played clean too. He played really clean. Like it's just crazy. And Tree, Tree's scary. Tree is always scary. Tree is always scary. But I don't know. When I saw Ricky play, I was like, man, Ricky out here just like.
Ricky, Ricky's just sitting back, got his sippy cup, and he was just,
he like pick this unit. He just chilling, bro. He just chilling. That's why I was like, yo, Ricky is out here just like I don't know, man. Ricky
if you got the units, you better use them, right?
But I think that's why like Ricky's like, in my opinion, kind of like just a person that I'm rooting for, because Ricky is just like, he doesn't have those crazy units.
Yeah.
But he's
like,
out he's out here just bopping people. He doesn't have
the crazy units.
like he has good units. I'm not saying that, but it's like obviously for where he's at, he doesn't have the LDs that are just crazy.
Like
just oppressive.
Yeah,
and again,
good, don't get me wrong, but it's not like Gianna.
Now you a fan of Oberon? Now you a fan of Oberon?
Man, you gotta take that in consideration too. It's not just ladder. Yeah. It's not ladder. It's pre-bans, right? So let's say like Chocomu has a Gianna, you're gonna pre-ban that. You know, and it goes the other way. Same thing with Tree.
But you know,
J-Man has no LD applies except for hand.
Yeah,
that's like where
he has me in too.
That's where I think like certain people stand out. Like same with Feint, right? Is because like you since you know you're at that level, you probably have every Nat 5 elemental wise. It's like you can't really lean into a LD ban. You know what I mean? Like no one. I don't think you're ever gonna see someone ban Oberon against Ricky. Like they have to ban normal, and that's where he gets the flexibility because like he's not LD carried, right?
That's why. That's why he's strong.
He also has no beast riders too.
Imagine for this time. Imagine like first day out, you just see him first pick the bar, bro.
Ricky got the power
against Thompson because J-Mac didn't have beast riders until he put it on the show.
Oh really?
J-Mac had no beast riders, and then when he fought Thompson, there was a beast rider there, so he just pulled it like. I heard that he pulled it like 4 days before actual prelims.
That's good timing.
It's crazy.
That's good timing.
I'm still kind of sad Feint didn't go through. I do think he should have went through.
Me too, man.
I like Feint because he plays. He's another interesting player. Like you don't know what he's gonna throw out. That's cool. I like that.
Just for me is 5-hit, dude.
No, he is. He is. I agree.
His luck bar is just cooking him right now.
Yeah, no, I 1000% agree.
Missing was like, if he hit that was GG's.
Like he brought up Sick Blade. He brought up the CN. Like his picks and bans. I think they're clean.
No,
but just when it comes to the match, it really doesn't go.
I think he just got Acres checked, honestly, right?
Yeah, no.
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like if of all the players, like the ones that I love watching are the ones that just they don't have the overpower units, but they're out here just beating the people with them, and it's like, oh man, like it's like it makes it like. It makes it so cool to like look at that. Boy, Hiroshi.
Bro, Ardo, you got Ardo, Wedgeat, like
he got Ardo, Wedgeat, Lauren, Jaeger. Ardo, Wedgeat, Lauren. No, he got everything. Hiroshi got everything and the kitchen sink. He got everything. He got the kitchen sink. He got the fridge. He got the toilet. He got everything. He got everything. And Hiroshi free to play. Like, get out of here, man. If I don't see Hiroshi, if I don't see you next year at SWC, man, I'm about to come to your house with a chocolate, man. I'm about to.
Seriously though, before like it is done, like Jug, I don't know what you can do with this. If like my real recommendations for RTA next season, and it's not something that they can consider in my opinion, like this needs to happen. They need to get rid of AFK farming. I don't care how.
No, we agree. No, I agree. No, I said this. Yeah, no, they have to get rid of the auto button. It has to go.
Yes, they need to get rid of that too. But like my opinion, like from the drafting phase, there's definitely ways that they are able to detect that you're not picking right. The timer goes down, right?
Yeah.
If 4 out of 5 of those click that you haven't picked, or 5 out of 5,
you should auto lose.
That match needs to be done.
You should auto lose,
and you should get points.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's
yeah. And then if auto farmers try to get past it like there, if they pick in that time, and then you get to the match, right, and the match starts, and then they start autoing there after like 20 consecutive like moves of them, so it'd be like it's 4, so 5, like 5 consecutive their turnovers, or 4, maybe it's 16, whatever it needs to be. That match needs to be done.
No,
like,
I agree.
They need to get rid of it.
I agree.
There is too much crap that they're doing in this autoing.
I agree.
Also, there needs to be more incentive on the RTA shop. It needs to be fixed. And I don't care what they do. My recommendation before, I told this to Lucky, I wish they would do something like ancient something. Whatever. But it allows you to buy like the old stuff. You can turn in your medals for ancient stuff, and then buy the old auras, not transmog, auras.
Oh,
auras.
If you guys don't know, by the way, they're bringing back the pandas.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean that's great and everything. I do like those transmog, but like they need to do. I feel like they need to do something. Like I don't know what it is, but they need to, because like I'm pretty sure everyone knows like the RTA this season, everything was down. Like I think it was down like 70,000 people or something. Like
yep, there's a lot of people out.
That's not just people like not That's not people like just quitting the game, right? That's also people just not wanting to be bothered with RTA. I can't tell you how many of my friends didn't do RTA this season. I mean, even Blaze streams SW only did 120 wings, and that's not because Blaze is lazy. It's not because Blaze isn't like RTA, but it's just like RTA. If there was more incentive for Blaze to do RTA, he's doing it.
Yeah, I think for a lot of players,
for you, the only answer I'm gonna say is Jug. You remember doing my RTAs? What happened when that happened?
His hot throw was a guy. His hot throw was like 4 for 4. It would always skill 2 into a skill 3. It did it every time. It did it every time. His monster was body blocking like a guy. It's obvious like there's a lot of things about RTA that obviously frustrate us, but it's I think one thing is a common, at least for the 3 of us, we all like playing RTA, and we just want the mode to be better. So it's just like there's obviously things that have to happen for us to be like more into it. Like we want to play it, and we have no problem playing it, but we're not over here trying to like bust our backs to like get to the higher ranks. Like we don't get it, it's not a big deal. But we still like playing the game.
Like that's why I don't like pushing, knowing my account, does these things, because I remember last season, not the one currently right now, the one before, I faced C2, C3, I think. He had Guardian Wing auras, and that guy procced on me 7 times. I had Gani, Sierra, Shihao, Fran, all in violent, didn't get 1 proc. And the same night I broke my chair.
No violent proc. Sounds like Stoic, who happens to be Stoic. Why are you here? It's 1 a.m. for you. I'm surprised you were actually here. Usually you're asleep. That's so surprised. I saw Stoic. I was like, wait.
But yeah,
Stoic doing here.
I think.
Oh, let me start. You're right.
All right, for both of you, your honest opinion. If you weren't streamers, do you think you would do as much wings as you do per season?
For me, probably not. No.
Because like your stream, like that's the content for the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why you get through the wings. But it's like, man, they need to do something with it because it's really bad. Like I know like, Meat. If Meat's here, Itchy, they're down in like, when they're doing their initial climb, they don't just. Cause like we probably all place like C1 right away after our placements, but they're like F2, F3, and it's like
they fight.
That's the real G3.
They fight. No. I literally call fighter Fortnite. It's battle royale. You know who you fight.
Crazy.
You know who you fight down there.
Everyone down there,
and they be like,
the real G3 players come out to play down there.
And they be saying like, "Oh, Jug, man, you don't understand, man. Fighter is hard." I'm like, "Yo, it's not that hard." I get that. I get on their account and I start fighting. I'm like, "Yo, they out here, man. Y'all fighting."
Yes, like,
they are.
It's crazy.
I still fight Gianna's and y'all still fighting like y'all fight the cops. I'm fighting in like C3 down there in Fighter 1. Like, what is that? That doesn't make any type of sense.
Like I said, they need to do something. And personally, the biggest thing, even if they don't fix AFK, I would really like some type of ancient way to get the old auras. I don't think anyone.
No, I agree. That would be a good addition to the shop. Just like old auras for your points. That'll be fine.
Because I took a break from Summoner's War and I came back, right?
Mhm.
When I first came back, one of the ores I really wanted was the butterfly wings. I can't get those.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would love to get those. And I'm sure there's other people that like this is the best ore they ever released. I would like to stack
And
up.
that will also be an incentive for like newer players because they're like, oh, I like that one, and you have it, but that was from like 10 seasons ago. Like I would
That's
love,
from 10 seasons
I would
ago.
love
I
to
didn't
get
get
that.
it.
I would love to get that because
I think-
like yeah, like, that's pretty cool.
Eventually they'll put it back up. I think
That's a
It
good idea. No,
should
that's
be in the
that's
talks.
actually a good idea.
Yeah.
I agree with that
And,
idea.
like,
That's not a bad idea.
And it's better than like I mean it's not better than transmog stone. Like everyone likes a good transmog stone, but like I don't think there's like anything 100. Same with the transmogs. 100 ancients. You can pick one of your legendary. Like it's not too overpowered. Like I guess not too overpowered. Like it still has some kind of rarity to it, but it makes you grind because you want to get those wings.
Yeah.
Like
Like I
there
said,
needs to be some.
instead of to grind, that's all it needs to add. Like, I've been pushing for this for a while. Like that's basically what it needs.
Instead of the grinding, they need to get these farmer RTA.
Yeah, they get them out. They get them out. But that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic.
But yeah.
All right. So we're at the end. Any last words from you guys? Anything you guys want to say? To anybody? To the people? Legend Attorney, Elbow Bobbles in. That's all I gotta say.
Last topic. I don't know.
Wait,
what-
Obama
what-
made it?
He's ranked
Did he
5.
make
Like he's ranked 5 last time I looked. I don't know if he's
No,
gonna be in it.
I saw him lose twice to one person.
Yeah, he's ranked 5. He's
So-
14 points down. I don't think he.
Yeah, I
I don't think he's
gonna.
gonna.
That
I don't think he
sucks.
wants
That
to.
sucks.
The thing is,
I want to see
you gotta
Obama.
think like Obama's competing for SWC, so you don't want to be in the spotlight right now when there's a bigger prize to play.
But I think
for.
it would be cool. I because I've never seen Obama this high, so it'd be cool to see him get his legend. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Me personally.
But,
That's
yeah,
all. That's all.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I think next season he can go for it when his SWC is done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like me personally, being as a player and as a fan.
He said he was gonna push.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
want him to
kinda.
expose himself too much. I want to see him win. I want to see him go to.
Yeah, no, I
actually
think
thing.
like the two cups
Win
that
the
were
cup,
pretty
you know what I
interesting were like SW. I think Europe was just like a landslide. Okay, bye, Blaze. I'm sorry, my bad. Europe wasn't my bad. Europe sucked.
damn.
Europe sucked. Europe sucked. I'm sorry.
Bro,
Europe
this-
sucked. Europe sucked. Nah, Europe was pretty.
The server is doing. it.
Like it was Europe and America's Cup was pretty interesting. I think SWC overall is pretty interesting this year.
Yeah.
Anything else? What I had in? Anything else? What to
No,
say?
I'm pretty good. That was.
Nothing.
Blaze, he said right now. Blaze up in Canada. He Canada. Eh? He's like where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Canada, so I'm
He's
rooting
Canada.
for the Canadian players for sure.
Canada. Eh?
But yeah, next season I think just look out for Fire Demon for sure.
Oh,
That's mine
fire!
again.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
Next season.
Actually,
also-
forget that. You're gonna see him
It
as
is what it is.
forget next season. You about to see him in Special League. 'Cause Special League is SWC.
You guys are also forgetting next season the Street Fighters are getting implemented. So.
Oh
watch
shit!
out
Oh
for-
crap! Don't remind me of that.
Watch
You fed the Fire
who
Demon,
you
Stoic,
actually
rip
pick
you.
Fighter? That's a different
The
podcast.
water
by itself,
Ryu?
bro.
Rip
That's a different
you.
podcast by itself, bro.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like,
I mean water Ryu is like pretty legit from just looking at it
Rip
right now.
you, Stoic. Holy. You
Yeah,
fed
it
the
does
Fire
stuff.
Demon? See, Stoic, that's why you gotta start keeping one of each, man. You gotta start feeding.
But yeah, just those, and then make sure you're speed tuning, because if you're not speed tuning, you're
Yeah.
gonna get.
I think as every season goes by, speedtune
You
have to be.
about to see a
tighter.
lot
You
of
gotta be
Chiwu
tighter.
first picks this season.
Also, if I can bring up, data mine packs are coming up too.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah, that is pretty soon. That should be after. That should be next
yeah.
match. Yeah, next match. So it's probably next tomorrow.
From those packs, I just want to say probably buy the same ones. Don't go over it, because I think the first one is not really that.
Man, Will's gonna buy
How
it.
they say this?
Will's gonna buy it. You know, Will's
It's
gonna
not
buy it.
that juicy, but the other ones for sure.
Will's gonna buy it. We all know this. Will's gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna do some business.
Oh god, here we go. Anyways, I appreciate you guys being part of the first Patch Notes podcast. This will be posted. This will be posted on YouTube, so you guys missed out. Actually, this is a pretty good talk, to be honest with you. Like, it's always cool to talk with other people in the Summers War community, because again, everybody has different opinions. So like, you know, like Blaze, they probably be on Despair, or we say Violet. Again, it's different opinions. You never know. So like I said, I appreciate you guys being part of the podcast. Like I said, I'll
Thanks
also
for the
put.
invite, bro.
I will. No problem. Like I said, you guys probably the first one. It's cool with me. I'm down with it. But like I said, I'll put their. If it's on YouTube, the links will be in the descriptions to the Twitch channels. Like I said, you guys at your last piece, and I appreciate you guys. But yeah, later, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
I will
Enjoy.
let you guys go to sleep. I don't know if Ari's going to sleep or not. He probably
No,
he
I'm gonna stay up for
you know you gonna stay for like the 30, yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying for Legend Journey too.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. So hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.
Thanks
Stay
for having me,
safe.
man.
No problem. No problem.
Peace
No
out.
problem. Later, guys.